There we go.
There it is.
You're welcome, Ariel.
Thank you.
So, today we begin a opening chapter, a prologue to what will eventually be the sequel to the current Saturday canon, whenever it gets uploaded on the channel. It is set roughly 800 to 1,000 years after the current events, the Saturday campaign. Assumedly, similar amount of time as the end of the campaign, but fuck I know at this point. And we come in today at a relatively modern setting. Technology has been deeply influenced by what magic can do and vice versa. There has been much change in the way people work. Most likely, governments will have changed, but all details on politics and many details of the world itself will be saved until after the campaign is finished to inform decisions. Until then, we're going to simply enjoy our cast of characters, various situations they find themselves in,
Yes.
and to start with that,
Cool.
we're going to take a look at the first day of each of them. Everyone will eventually be meeting at the local Labor Forces Guild Hall, which is where you go to get any kind of job that needs to be done. It's regulated by the guilds, and anyone who just needs to make some money or wants to just take the spare time to lend a hand comes here to do it.
Yeah.
There's hunting to be done, items to be collected, assistance with investigations, and information to be bought and sold. But first, we look at how we got here. Now, would anyone like to volunteer to start?
Sure, I will.
Alright. As we slip to the morning of Roderick.
Yep. Roddy McGliven's day. So Roddy, in the mornings, he makes his breakfast and then he sort of goes off and he starts the noon shift at the Chimera Den, which is a bar in the downtown part of wherever we are, and
City of
wherever the fuck, and he starts his shift alongside Elena Lamora and Elgin O'Hare. He basically starts the noon shift. He's the bartender there. He's the bartender and part-time and also flight cook as well. So the shift goes as planned for a couple hours, and then unexpectedly, a rival ultra group. So basically, the Chimera Den is a sports bar. And it's a sports bar for the Chimeras, which are the local sports team. So a rival ultra group, which are a rival team of superfans, basically start a bar brawl within the Chimera Den. And Elgin O'Hare, Elena Lamora, and Roddy McGliven are among the Chimera Ultras who sort of hold down the fort, defending the Chimera Den. They managed to send them packing, but they did not. But Elena looks basically looks in the books and says, "Hey, we have a lot of property damage here, and we don't really have enough funds to pay for all of it. You know, there are shattered TVs, broken chairs, a broken pool table, and dozens of splintered pool cues, bloodied rugs, and dozens of shattered liquor bottles and glassware." So Elena suggests to Roddy, who may or may not be nursing a stab wound at this point, to go to the guild and take a contract to pay for all of it. So icing his bruises and with cuts all over his face, covered in blood, and still currently bleeding, he cops into his GT40, bandages his wounds, and heads to the bounty board.
Alright, now really quick, give me a quick constitution check to see in what kind of shape you're in walking in this.
Constitution check?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a sec. Oh, crap. Yeah. Constitution check. 17.
Okay. You've handled worse injuries. The wound is superficial for the most part, but
Yeah.
I see. You've taken the time to bandage up and probably swig a spare health potion just for when things like this happen. So you're not too much
Yeah, he
in
has
the
like a health
state.
flask, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he ices it properly as well.
Alright, so as you step up to the job board, we're not going to describe the other characters yet, but if you'd like to describe what the other PCs would see as Roddy steps up to the job board, looking at the same one as everyone else.
He's fairly disheveled. He is a. What did I put his height at? He's around 6'5".
Big boy.
Big boy. Yeah. He's very built. A very built 297 pounds. And he wears a sort of leather jacket, jeans, and t-shirt sort of combination, very casual clothing. But you see that he part of it is like the parts of the leather jacket are kind of cut up in places, and he has gnarly scar crap from an errant knife swing a couple bar brawls past. He has fairly short hair, and he is looking quite roughed up, but he seems to be nursing it decently well.
Alright. As I will display for you guys, Roddy McLivin. Hope it showed the players properly.
Right-click the list, not on the character page.
What I did, it just hates me sometimes. And John, if you don't mind dropping the image into the chat so I can see it.
Sure. I'll go find that.
Alright, I'm just going to make the sheet visible to all players, and I will trust you guys to open it up. Because I cannot make it work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, look at that. Nice.
Is Roddy McLivin. So, who would like to go next? Great file name, John, thank you.
Yeah.
Roddy fucking McLivin.
Roddy fucking McLivin.
Alright.
Yep.
As we zoom into the life of Rhea.
Ray.
Ray, damn it, every time.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
Rat.
Ray wakes up. Rat. Ray wakes up, hair sort of disheveled, just shakes it out and she's all good. Gets up, sort of just puts on light clothes, and heads out the door with a quick apple for breakfast, like in any early 2000s teen movie.
Yep. As she sits up, like the credits come up where she was laying down previously.
Avril Lavigne's playing.
Exactly. Your alarm clock is the radio.
Your phone's a hamburger.
Well.
I fucking love Juno. She slips out the door with the apple, sort of sees her dad working in the garage on a bit of a car, slides in, works for a couple hours with him, gets a little oil stained, but is all good. Starts running down. She slips onto the heels of her high top sneakers and sort of start gliding with her. Give this character fucking Heelys.
I was about to fucking ask.
Yeah, I was like, oh, you got
Gave this character Heelys.
Of course you did.
And starts going towards the main streets, not too far away. Goes into a local cafe, orders one of those like slushy drinks, no caffeine, no like tea or anything, just one of those slushy drinks.
It's
And they're
cute.
just
In the Galaxy dollars.
It's blue.
Which is the name of that establishment.
Want a slushy? What's that? Schmall. And she puts the coins on the table, and while the attendant's back is turned, starts shoving some of those little like dream Rice Krispie bars and cake pops into her body.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Ooh! Is a 6 total?
6 total. As you kind of look around, the bar attendant turns and goes, "Oh, by the way, did you want to buy those?"
Nah, I'm good. Just checking out the ingredients, gluten-free and all.
Oh, we have gluten-free ones.
No, I'm good. Just give me the fucking drink. Thank you very much. And she tips.
How much do you tip?
Just like half the price of the drink.
Okay, so a good tip.
Yeah.
He kind of gives you like a knowing look and nods as you head out.
Sort of slip out a little bit, start healing down a little more. Checking her pockets a little bit, realizing
Step,
that's...
step.
Yep. Starts going towards the market, starting to look for some tech pieces. Trying to fix up something or something for Dad's car. Anne's looking through, rifling her pockets a little bit, and she tries to steal something else, but she realizes there's a guy she sort of recognizes behind her that's fucking security who caught her last time. She gives a little bit of a wave, and
Gives you a look with his arms crossed.
she takes the smallest thing closest to her and starts running.
Okay. Go ahead and make an give me just a dexterity check as equivalent to initiative.
Okay, Scanlan, don't fail me now. Ooh, that's a 20 total.
Total, okay. You take off running, and it's a good, like, solid few seconds before he realizes what's going on. As you were looking him dead in the eyes and just slipped away. And he just pauses for a second and starts chasing after you, but you easily outstrip him.
Yep, and hair a little bit ruffled. She realizes she may need maybe just a little bit of money. And just gives a big sigh and just starts heading towards the job board.
Alright. And as you show up to the job board, looking this half-orc who's seemingly glancing at a good job and kind of covered in blood, what would everyone else see?
This person, little baby-faced, maybe early 20s. There's a slight point to her ears, probably not half-elf, a little bit of a quarter-elfy sort of look. Dark blue eyes, and quick, short, chopped hair, probably a cheap dye, or like dark black sort of hair. And she's wearing just this normal black tank top, black cutoff shorts, and just wholly old tights with her high top heelys and a just big pink hoodie that looks way too large for her size. And you can see the pockets are just really weighed down with shit.
Did that one display the players properly?
Don't see anything.
I don't know,
Oh,
I'll
wait,
send it
there
to the
it
Discord
is.
as well.
Hey!
Yeah, okay, there we
Look
go.
at that.
Wait, I'm the
Hey.
one having roll 20 issues. I don't need to send it to the Discord.
That is correct. Alright.
Nice.
So, that's Ray. Who would like to be introduced next?
I'll go.
Alright, go for it. As we step into the eclectic life of Mercury.
Mercury wakes up. They have slept. She has slept, not long, but enough. It was a long night before, but she feels well rested. She gets up. She gets dressed. Goes outside. Walks down to the local campus. Attends a few classes. The usual kind of stuff. They're not really. She's not really enrolled. She just kind of exists there. Nobody questions it at that point. She's been there for so long. But she goes, she learns. She goes out. She meets up for lunch with a couple of her friends. It's a very nice time. One of her friends, Jupiter, nags at her to make sure that she's doing her physiotherapy. Yes, she's doing her physiotherapy. She's doing it like she's supposed to. Thank you. Anyways, after that, she's talking again. Kind of realizes that she's a bit short on this week's rent because of the expedition that she went on 2 months ago. Whoops. But it was for science, and that was important. So, she's at the local guild, looking at the job board.
Alright. As she steps up, what does everyone see?
You see, not exactly the shortest, 5'10", decent size, about 160 pounds, but it looks like it's muscle. Short silver hair, kind of stuck out all over the place, very off the top of the head sort of concept. Her skin is weird. It's not one color. It's not like vitiligo or vitiligo, however you pronounce it. It's shifting. basically it's like if you put a galaxy into a human form. It's blues and indigos and purples and blacks all mixing together, and all over her skin is stars. Pinpricks of white little light that dance and flicker. And if you look long enough, you can almost see a constellation on the back of her neck, but she flips up her collar. She's wearing a leather jacket. It's in a lot better condition than Roddy's.
Yeah.
But it
Kind of
looks
given.
old. But it looks old. It looks well worn. There's a motorcycle helmet tucked on her one hip. She's wearing worn out jeans, pretty faded, and underneath the collar of the leather jacket, you can see another collar, almost like a plaid shirt. She's got patches all over this jacket. Nerdy ones at that. You see a few spaceships. There's a Mothman patch. There's tarot card on the back. And you see, very big on the back, the alchemical symbol for Mercury. That's about that, actually. More so, no. Her eyes are weird, too. They're not one color like the skin. They're shifting. Changing. Always depending on the lighting. But that's about that. She's really not paying interest to anybody else.
As this very thematic character steps up. Job board. Who's next?
I'll go.
All right.
All right.
We glance into the morning of Saren.
Saren leaves the Phoenix Lodge Motel and just heads out into the streets. It's a little bit wandery, but kind of a meander in the general direction of the job board. Along the way, she does stop at one point to help somebody she had agreed the day before to help move a little bit of furniture and so forth in and out of their house. They'd gotten a new delivery, and she'd signed up for a small odd job to help take care of it. In doing so, she kind of leaves her jacket and a few personal effects that were just going to get in the way, folded up, kind of on the at the base of the fence just by the moving truck. And as she finishes up and gets whatever small tip or payment had been promised, she heads over to collect her things and stops and pulls out her phone as she sees a small fox sniffing at her belongings. One of those little foxes that somehow makes a home in an urban area, or at least suburban area. And as she stands there grinning and taking a picture of this fox because it is so cute, the little thing grabs hold of her wallet and books it. At which point, she spends the next hour and a half, probably, parkouring through the entire neighborhood, jumping fences, falling into small ponds, probably climbing a dumpster or two before she finally catches up and retrieves her wallet from the thing.
Curiosity. Give me either athletics or acrobatics check.
Alright. That'll be acrobatics. That's a 12.
Yeah, it's... You're messy. This fox is seemingly quite skilled at whatever it's doing. You're not sure why it decided to go after the wallet, but maybe the fact it was leather and tastes vaguely of cow. It was like a jerky to it. You're not sure.
At some point after that, she manages to make it to the job board with all of her things intact, but a little bit soggy and a lot a bit annoyed.
If you would describe what everyone sees.
Alright. Saren is a fairly tallish human, young woman. She wears mostly blacks and grays underneath a long jacket that is in dark navy blue and a deep violet. Just under her collarbone, visible above the neckline of her shirt, there's a strange purple swirl, almost like a tattoo on her skin, but faintly glowing. Her hair is long, slightly wavy. It looks like it's naturally brown, however, from about the shoulders down to the tips, there is a dyed gradient of blue to violet. She still has her phone out, and the nerdier characters might recognize the phone case has an emblem from the very popular animated show, Vestige the Last Wind Weaver.
Of course.
It is
Of
the
course.
It is the air emblem. Lots of blues, lots of clouds, and swirling lines. She has kind of probably tucked into the jacket just what looks like the hilt of a sword with a loop at the top to hang off the belt, but for some reason it doesn't have a blade. That's Saren. Go
All
ahead
right.
and drop it in the Discord.
Thank you.
Oh, shoot. I forgot to do that.
Oh, that's right. So, finally, we end up on Sabriel.
All right.
7. If you would like to introduce to the glorious morning that Sabriel has.
Not too dissimilar to the last one. Starts in a motel. Sabriel wakes up in the arms of Aaron Grund, human traveler, job hopper, who owns a popular travel vlog, and runs a small YouTube channel, or whatever equivalent of YouTube is. Yeah.
They too.
Plus cylinder.
Either way. Wakes up. Kind of pulls himself up. I should be going, but you were great last night. Be sure to call.
As your compatriot smiles at you from the bed, still half asleep and not even trying to fix the hair, they kind of just grin up and say, well, if you ever want to come back, just let me know.
I'd love to, but you kind of brought me a bit far from home. I should be going. Leans over, gives a kiss on the forehead.
They smile and stretch their arms above their head. You can see just like the muscle glistening on their arms.
Gives a tap to a necklace on his neck, and going from not wearing any clothes to a small, cute outfit. Tube top with a kind of thin fishnet under, and shorts with a very low cut. And I think there's a bus around at this time. Like I said, see you around. Good luck in whatever you're up to next. And gives a wink and heads out the door. Upon reaching the bus station, Sabriel quickly realizes that his bus pass has expired last week. Then quickly checking his bag on his side, realizes that he left his wallet at home. And also remembers the fact that Aaron, his date from last night, mainly does a credit card and probably doesn't want to bother him. So, gives a light sigh. I've been meaning to do something more adventurous anyways. Let's see what they have. And lightly walks over to the job station. Upon entering, sees the rogues gallery in front of him. It contains his interest in each and every one of them, but walks over to the job board, side-eyeing everyone else in the room at some point. As for
You kind of feel that vaguely measuring glance. What do they see?
Sabriel is vaguely half-elf. Very light, smooth features, long blonde hair, probably at this point tied back into a ponytail. And various jewelry hanging off of various religious iconography.
Various religious. Nice.
Do we have a flirty cleric? I hope
Uh,
so. That'd be great.
If you want to do the show to players there. Oh, they already did.
Yeah, I think
I
I did.
want to see this.
Alright.
If you want to drop
Okay,
it,
great.
Ty.
Evan sends in. I'm very curious.
I'm dragging it. Where'd it go?
Oh,
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do it. I like it.
Into it.
Quick,
Look
what's your
over.
passive perception, Sabriel?
I believe that would be 11.
Okay, good to know.
Mhm.
As you each
Not
kind
bad.
of measure each other as you step up to the board, all kind of looking at that singular job, it seems a lot of them for the day have already been taken off. There is one labeled assistance in arrest or investigation needed. Experience required in little. And the payment is sizable for any information leading to the arrest of Sir Blue Smoke.
What kind of
Seems-
fucking name is that?
Dragonborn name, apparently.
Roddy might get a tap on the big, strong shoulder.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no.
Good luck.
Oh, I'm gonna be right back and just let this simmer.
Aye.
Hi, excuse me. Are you happening to look at the same job I am?
I guess you're right. It's the only one on the board.
Right, of course. I was wondering if you'd maybe like to work together on it? If you'd be okay with, splitting things?
I mean, sure, if the pay is sizable enough, then
I-
I guess there's enough to share.
It's just, I'm a bit fragile, than other people who take this kind of work, and you seem big and strong and... sorry. I think we could work well together.
Well, you're
I
gonna have to
suppose so.
split it more than that, eh? We're all looking
Yeah.
at that job.
We all
I
need
guess
cash,
so.
buddy.
All 5 of us?
Eyebrows kind of raised, looking at everyone else. It's like, oh, you would all like to join.
Yeah.
Good,
We
great,
were
wonderful.
first.
This would be great. My name is Sabriel. Nice to meet you all.
Oh, hi.
Roddy.
Name's
Roddy.
Ray.
For a handshake.
And shakes the hand, both hands over it.
Ray will give a reluctant hand. Hey.
Hi. Well, I suppose we should start with what you guys can do, because, I mean, it's gonna take something. I don't want to be running into things where someone kind of goes and runs off and takes the money afterwards. Not that I wouldn't think any of you would do that, just... Well, I mean,
Come on
we've just
now.
met.
Of course not.
Well,
I could take a
go
beating.
on.
Tell you that much.
Oh, I'm sure you could.
He looks down at the stab wound he's currently nursing.
Gross. He knows what he's doing.
I fucking love this character.
He knows what he's doing.
Attention. Roddy's giving him a
Scary.
weird look. Giving Sabriel a weird look. Yeah.
Sabriel bats eyelashes back.
Dear God, what's Roddy's passive insight at this point?
Passive insight? Let
Is
me
that a
let me
thing?
take a look.
Let's see how thick this man's skull is.
How do you
I
do
mean, it's
passive
entirely up to you,
perception
but I
thing?
want to
Can
know.
Passive
I mean, I'm-
perception, it's 10 plus whatever your bonus is, Sky.
I'm wondering how thick other things are, personally.
Cool.
Oh God,
Can I try and pull insight on those two motherfuckers?
Alright, hold on, give me an insight, Roddy.
Jesus
Do you lay
Christ.
it on
That one wasn't out loud, but...
Lay it
Can I
on thick,
Can
why
I
don't
put
ya?
an insight on those motherfuckers, Conrad?
Sorry?
Can I put an insight on those motherfuckers? I'm just Ray's confused and just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you can insight if you want.
Hell yeah.
Roddy,
He's
you're like
coming
50% certain that this man is flirting
on
with
to
you.
you.
I hit my passive, that's a 14 total.
Alright.
Yeah.
What is obvious to all of us is obvious to you.
Yep.
I'm also fairly good behind a wheel. And he looks back to the GT40 currently parked outside.
Oh,
It's a
you
nice
have
ride.
transportation. That'd be even better.
And it is
I
a
mean,
beautiful car.
Yeah, let me post it actually, just for reference.
how many you fit in that?
That's a 4-seater.
Oh, good. I got.
I'll
my
fit
own
on
wheel.
laps.
Feel
I fit on
fine.
laps. Oh.
Probably. And that's a
Sabriel
motorcycle.
looks over.
pretty much, yeah.
Bro,
Okay.
what the fuck?
How fast she go?
Oh fuck. Give me a
Uh,
second.
How about you, dear? And looks over to Saren.
Don't call me that.
Well, then I guess you can give me a name.
Saren. And she shoves her hands in her pockets.
Hmm.
She's
Oh,
kind of
hard to
giving you
get.
a
Okay.
weird look.
Well, I don't think we need to be so cold if we're going to be doing this. Don't worry if you don't want to hear from me afterwards. I completely understand, but I would recommend against it.
Recommend against what?
I'm a delight, and I would think your life would be better for having me.
Whoa, that's a little arrogant.
I think that your constant flirting is bothering her.
No, it's not that. It's... I'm not good at people.
No
Oh.
worries.
Oh, I've met your type before. Don't worry. We can take it easy. I won't. I'll take a step back. No worries.
Thanks.
So am I to take that and points over to Mercury? You, whose name I also am not sure of yet?
Mercury.
Mercury. Oh, it's on the... Okay, I get it.
Like on my jacket. Yeah.
If you're not okay with it too, just let me know, but
Honestly,
I will say I love the outfit and the look altogether.
Sabriel,
Fine.
by the way. Roll me a history check with advantage.
Alright.
Okay. You can't remember the details, but you're relatively certain that Mercury is not of a standard race, but you can't quite recall which kind.
Sorry, you've just reminded me of something. Don't feel obligated to ask, but, what... I guess, what kind of race are you? What are your parents? Where'd you hail from?
Oh bother. Oh bother.
That's a little...
my parents
there?
are, my parents are tieflings. Don't you see the resemblance? Hey? Look at me!
No offense, no.
Well, that's your answer. The parents are tieflings, my grandparents are tieflings. That's your answer. I'm a tiefling.
Right.
Alright, sorry, I didn't...
Are you from the,
Never mind, forget this whole thing.
are you from the
sh-
North Country by any chance?
North, yeah. I noticed that in your accent, eh?
Yeah. I'm doing a bit of work in the southern, in the southern states, but yeah, I am from the north.
I know, it's
Generally.
so fucking hot, eh?
I tend not to think about it. Plus, I have air conditioning anyway. Not a big
Oh.
problem.
You're lucky, I just got wind chill.
Mm.
That's why I need the helmet, and she kind of leans over and knocks on the visor of her helmet.
Mm.
And, what about you then? What can you do? Sabriel, yeah.
Nods. Well, I'm not into anything so, explosive or not, but, I am a mage, and I can tend to wounds.
Ooh, useful.
Useful, yeah.
What's
Also
with
give
all-
general support if needed.
What's with all the, those things? She kind of points to all the religious iconography on your chest.
Oh, it's, just a bit of a collection hobby of mine, I guess. My casting is not, let's say, standard. I'm a bit of a half and half.
Right.
You know about?
From the standard, fare of types.
You know about all those gods?
He also says, like, I've done some research.
Then we can...
I wouldn't say I'm as intimate on the subject as some might be, but I can be intimate in other things. But it's mainly ones I like, enjoy, keeps kind of goes with some of my likes and beliefs.
Oh,
So-
you're one of those, okay.
He raises his eyebrow. One of those? What exactly?
Subjective fanboys.
Ooh.
Well then.
He also said.
You hear a light voice in your mind that says, I like this one.
Hmm.
What about you then? What can you do? Mercury's looking directly at Rat.
I'm sorry I started this.
Are you
Love
though?
it. No, I forgive you, and I completely in love with it. Ray just sort of looks over and just goes, I can get places quickly, I can do stuff quietly, and I can get you the information you need. And I
Like
can
a
get
secret
myself
agent.
the information I need. Yeah, like a secret agent.
Hmm.
I can talk a bit of a good talk. Not
You're
much,
a
but
drifter.
I'm just
How old are you?
21.
Oh,
That's fast.
sorry, I was. Yeah, okay.
Can I insight
Why?
that? That was fast.
Yeah, go ahead and roll an insight.
You're gonna have to tell me numbers.
21.
You won.
11 deception.
I was gonna say like 14.
14, come on.
I got
Oh,
21
You do
times
look
what I
like
get.
11.
Ray is lying so blatantly to you.
You don't look like a 21-year-old. You look a little bit younger.
Yeah, it's babyface. What else do you want, buddy?
Hey, if she says shy of 21, let her be 21. Don't
I
matter.
mean, the elf ears.
I mean, don't matter to me, but
I'm
Well-
not. It's from my mom.
But it's a slight heritage, and that can give a bit more longevity and slower development.
Here, you want to see my ID? And Ray takes out her ID. Look at that.
Look, I
Covers
don't
the last name.
think that's.
Here is-
I'm a bartender. Can I?
Yeah, go exactly. Give me an investigation check, Ronnie.
Can I get it?
With
Can I get
advantage.
because I?
Yeah, with advantage, because this is your...
This
Oh,
is my
I-
thing.
I have interrupt connection.
Me
Oh, I
too.
have rough connection.
Same here.
I got a
Uh,
17 though.
It's roll 20.
17?
Yeah.
If it is a fake, it's a very good one. You can't see any problems with it.
But also the whole context around it.
Well, that's up to you to
Yeah.
interpret.
Do you have an issue, Mr. Eyes? You got an issue, Mr. Eyes?
No, it's just I have a habit of checking IDs. It's what I do.
By the way, I saw you favoring one side. Are you okay?
I may not be nursing a stab wound right now, but
Oh dear.
Oh, the narc got stabbed. Wow.
Oh, where'd you get
I'm
stabbed?
not a narc.
Now we don't need to be throwing names. It's okay. Look, like I said, we're gonna be working together.
There's
Let's.
particular disdain for the word narc. Like, oh, gross.
Where did you get
Ray's
stabbed?
gonna make insight on that.
Go for it.
16 total.
16. He does seem to take particular offense to the term narc. And it's not like a, oh, that's like it's like a don't call me that. It's like a hey, watch it kind of
Okay.
offense.
Okay, not a narc. Good to know.
Well, should we go and officially put in for this little foray?
I
Where'd
suppose
you get
so.
stabbed?
Is it
The
against Sky?
bar.
Huh?
There was a bit of a
She
scuffle
asked, how did he get stabbed?
No, I asked where.
Oh, where? Sorry.
at the Chimera Den downtown.
No, I mean, where on your body? Where'd you get stabbed?
Abdomen.
Can I see?
And he looks. It's like it's pretty heavily bandaged and pretty well iced. So it's just like he likes.
And if you do lift up the bandages, it does have signs of the beginning of magical healing as well.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I know that healing trace.
I keep a few health potions on me.
Smart.
Well, if you need any more, I can give a bit of help.
I'm okay for now. I've had worse than this.
Good to hear. Sabriel's gonna look around for like a front desk or anything.
The front desk is very clear, and it's got basically a sign that says, like, basically, job seekers come here.
Saren's been here before. Can she get through the bureaucracy pretty quickly there?
You know it's generally pretty quick. They give you the basic info, kind of like a handler, and then send you on your way.
Mhm.
But as you kind of step up, You see a young half-orc, actually, and she looks up to you and says, "Hi, I'm Judy. Are you guys here to get jobs?"
Hey, Judy.
Oi.
Hi, Judy.
"Oh, hey, Sarah, how are you today?"
Same old.
"Buddy."
Oh, by the way, the moving job's done. It should already be confirmed. I sent it with my cell phone, but yeah.
She starts typing up and says, "Did you already get payment, or do we have to send it to you?"
Nope, they paid direct.
Perfect. Oh, you're so wonderful, Sarah. Thank you. She like boops you on the nose.
No.
Oh, sorry. Bad habits. So, which one are you guys looking at? She like takes the paper out of your guys' hand. Oh, Sir Blue Smoke. Oh, one of the old knights of the first step. Retired, actually.
Oh, really?
Right.
Yes, he got injured on one of the jobs here 10, 20 years ago. Lost a few limbs, but he's had them replaced ever since. He comes by pretty often, but apparently, and she kind of like leans into you guys. Apparently, people suspect that he might be taking part in some illegal gambling online. Working with cryptocurrency, working with some bad folks, you know the deal. So, we just want you to go in, talk to him. If you can find out more information, find any evidence, it'd be wonderful. And if you give us anything that leads to his arrest, or bring him into his arrest if you find suitable information, then that would be wonderful.
How bad are the limbs?
From what I remember, his arm is pretty good. He still comes around and does jobs here, but his legs, just basic. He needs a bit more work, and it seems to be what he's working towards right now.
Seen any rust developing? Seen any?
He keeps them pretty well hidden. I think he's a bit ashamed of them, honestly.
I mean,
Okay.
I get that.
She kind of like glances at you guys and says, "So, can I get each of your names, please, and see your IDs?"
And he pulls. Roddy pulls out his ID, puts it on there. Roddy McGlivin. Roderick McGlivin.
Ray will take her.
She takes it in. "Oh, Roddy, working for an investigative job. Huh, interesting." She hands you back the ID.
Ray will take her
Thank you.
down. Ray Axla.
Ray. She takes it in and says, "Hold on, tries it again. Sorry, is this how you spell the last name?"
Axtha. Yep.
Okay, perfect. And she types it in. There we go. Had to do a manual search for some reason. Oh well. Ray X. Been a while since I did a job here, but not too bad. All
Don't
right,
worry.
you are cleared to go.
It's appreciated.
Saren hands her over.
Yep, she takes it with like 2 fingers, like, says, "Do you want me to try this off for you?"
Yeah, sorry. Fell
That's
into an
okay.
ornamental pond.
Oh, hope it wasn't too deep. She like wipes it off for you, cleans it up, and punches
No,
you in. She doesn't even
I'm
take any time with you.
No, I'm still floundering around in there. Haven't managed to get out yet.
Oh, well, I have to say, good job with your projecting of your voice you've learned. She smiles at you.
New talent I'm working on. Puts it away
Oh.
and steps to the side.
And she gestures towards Sabriel. "And you, dear?"
I real quick. Would he? Can we reckon him not having a wallet, or?
Nope, you don't have your ID on you.
And he goes, I find myself without a
I
ID currently.
no, you left it with
ID.
me. Don't you remember? You left it with me.
Oh, right.
Keep in mind that bears your name likeness.
Aw, damn, really?
Yes.
Dash, never mind then. Mercury said nothing.
And it's like, I don't suppose I could give a rain check on that.
It's okay, just give us your name and we'll do a bit of a manual search.
All right. Sabriel
Sabriel.
Gilland.
She types it and goes, that's familiar. Oh well. She types it in and says, "Yep, you're in here." "Oh, seems you might know some of the knights. Well, hopefully it goes well." She hands just like a little slip to you. It's basically a temporary ID.
Thank you so much.
Right.
You, gesture towards Mercury.
Mercury.
Mercury. And as you hand her ID, she goes, "Oh, alright." Types it in. Doesn't show the ID to anyone else. For everyone else, she kind of rested on the table. This one, she kind of keeps propped up somewhere else. As she types into the system and hands it back to you. Alright, well, you guys are cleared for the job. Here's the address. And she like flips on the computer screen and shows it to you guys. It's on a little private hill, almost. bordered on most sides with like a small fence and some trees. And as she kind of points to it and makes a gesture with her fingers, it zooms in, and it's a small house, 2, 3 rooms maybe.
Any
So-
cameras in view?
roll a perception check.
Alrighty, 1 second, just checking something.
Go for it.
Can I use advantage with the sweep?
Yep.
Yep, okay. 19 plus 0, so 19 total.
19. Okay. Yeah, looking about, it seems to be pretty unguarded. You don't see any specific cameras. There are a lot of wiring and cables, more than you'd expect for kind of a bit of a rundown house. But apparently it's technologically advanced. Houses like that tend to have more magic than technology, but apparently he's the exception. Cheers.
Alright.
Alright, and can I get you guys anything else on your way? I'll be your handler for today. Here's my phone number if anyone needs to contact me if you have any numbers, or you can always just come back here with whatever information you have. The job limit is 3 days, so take your time.
You got any like weapons?
You'd have to go to the armory just next door if you want to do that.
Oh yeah, I'd like to
Go
go
to the
there.
armory then, actually.
Alright, well, just make sure you register all your weapons there. And wish you guys any luck. Stay safe. Keep in mind, he is ex-military technically, so watch out for guns. And she smiles and goes back to her computer.
Ooh wee.
Noted.
Right. Noted.
Sabriel will just go up to the desk, slide his phone number under the thing, just give a wink and walk off.
She smiles and winks back at you.
God.
You're flirtatious, huh?
He shrugs. People will contain themselves on matters as that, and it's frankly a bit restrictive.
Right.
She recognized the name.
Say that again, sorry?
She recognized the name. What's up with that, bud?
Oh, I get that a lot. I'm not sure why.
Insight.
Go for it.
Yeah.
21 total.
Oh,
21.
Yes, sir.
I'll leave it up to you, Devin. What you want to do there?
I believe I'd have advantage on a deception check, right?
Roll.
Oh,
23.
wow. 23.
Oh no, I can't see the roll 20. That sucks.
You don't see any major reason to disbelieve him, mostly because most of his expressions come through 3 layers of smiles and glitter.
Yeah.
There's something in there.
Well, I'm sure there's ways you could get it out of me.
okay.
Oh, I
How
know.
many people need stuff from the armory? I'm good. I'll wait.
I do.
I'll take a look, but I'm fairly well set.
Well, if everyone's going there, I suppose I'll come along.
As you
Yeah.
guys step in, this is kind of 3 buildings kind of put together. One being the weapon registry, where any weapons, firearms, and all that are purchased. The second being the armory, where you get things like clothes, armor, and any kind of adventure equipment you'll be able to find there. It seems to be attached to the labor force, as well as a munitions depot in the back for anyone who needs to get munitions.
Oh, I want to get my hands on that fucking taser.
Alright, so as you guys step in, it's... Anyone who's ever been to like a Bass Pro Shop or anything like that, it looks kind of like that. It's just like a huge like outdoor indoor equipment store. You see like in a separate area in the weapons depot. There's explosives, guns, anything you could want there. Some weapons of like more standard D&D variety as well. They're not uncommon, especially with the advent of things like spells and shillelagh, etc., etc. In the back, there's in the armory, there's things like the armors, leather jackets, rations, tents, cell phones, disposable weapons, disposable everything. It's pretty much an adventurer's or shady folks' best dream. So, as you guys step in, and most of you are at least somewhat familiar with a place like this, you guys... Oh, let's pause briefly. There we go.
Yeah.
You guys would know that any weapons you purchased here will be registered with the weapons depot and kept track of, just so they know who has weapons and where they bought them.
Yep.
But you guys are free to shop around. If you have anything in particular, feel free to mention it. Most
would
things will be
actually-
using the PDF Modern Handbook that is available in the chat,
Yeah.
and using the prices from there.
All right.
So, Mercury, what are you looking for in here?
I gotta get the handbook back up again. Because I had it, but I don't have the prices.
I've got it up here. So, just what are you looking for?
Ooh. Weapons.
Weapons. All right, such as.
Taser in particular.
All right, so the taser gun, you do see a couple models. There's the taser gun, which is like a ranged weapon. Quite expensive, 100 gold pieces. But there is also a stun baton, which is available for 20. Melee weapon instead.
How far is the nearest, second, I'm gonna message you.
Alright.
How far is, that from here?
Not what they're called, but close enough.
I don't know what they're fucking
There'd be
called.
one about a 5-minute drive away. You guys are kind of like in the center of the downtown of this area.
Can we get a whammy kablammy?
How much would, like, that, like, stuff, like, how much could she get for something?
Not much, probably. You work on, like, a standard pay. So you'd have to wait till the next pay period for extra coinage.
Fair enough. Alright,
Right.
Stun baton. Stun baton.
Alright, so mark off 20 gold pieces. And you can go ahead and add a stun baton, the details of which are in the PDF. I will trust you to find for yourself. But as a quick overview, it has 5 charges. You need to replace the battery whenever. Naturally, does 1d4 lightning, and target must make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw or be paralyzed until the start of your next turn. Requires a battery to recharge after every 5 turns. So, anyone else have anything they'd like to purchase?
He's just taking stock of what he might buy later. He's looking at the tack shotgun right now because he's used it before.
There's a heavy price tag.
I know. He's just like, oh,
You kind of just look at it like someday.
might need to do another couple jobs for that one. Anyway, I can't believe I left that one in the. He mumbles something that you can't quite hear. He like mumbles it explicitly. Well, it's just, it starts with an F, and you're not sure where last he had a tactical shotgun. Apparently,
Whoever is paying attention to him, give me a perception check. I'll assume by default that's Sabriel.
Yep. Oh, sorry, shouldn't have been advantage.
That's okay. You don't get. I don't know if you get a particularly good
Back.
here of what he says.
Sabra walks up. What are you muttering about?
I'm just looking at the weapons here.
Hmm.
Tactical shotgun. Nice
Ooh.
nice bit of weaponry, but too rich for my blood currently.
You're the big guns kind of man.
For it.
Hearing Arya's little commentary every time he says something is so fun.
I've learned to improvise.
Hmm.
So,
I'll leave you to it.
anyone else have anything they're curious to buy? Whether it's weapons, armor, more just basic equipment.
Nope, Ray's sitting in a corner taking a glance at Sarah and his whatever gay shit's happening over there.
Saren is staring at her phone. Is she equivalent of Google's? Just surface stuff about Sir Blue Smoke, history, whatever. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and give me a investigation.
Investigation. 12.
Okay. You find a news report of apparently the incident that took his lives. Seems he was working for the labor force and the oh god, what's that place called? The Watchers of the World, hunting a large corrupted something bear. He was able to finish the mission, but in exchange, they were unable to save both his legs and his left arm. And it mentions that you find a second article later on, referencing back to that article, saying that he at some point retired from the Knights of the First Step, and has taken up a small life of raising hunting dogs in a distant part of the city.
Hey, you said Watchers of the World, yeah?
Yep.
Would Mercury know about him?
He wasn't particularly well known. This is just the Watchers of the World to give like contracts to the labor force.
Interesting. Okay.
What does Sabriel know?
Go ahead and roll me a history check.
Advantage or
Just lower DC.
5.
Yep.
Actually, he's gonna think on it extra hard.
Okay. All right. You don't recognize the name particularly well. Blue Smoke is definitely a Dragonborn name, though. But if he was a big thing in the Knights, it wasn't a one that you're aware of. And they did mention that he was there a while ago, so it could be that he's older.
He's gonna pull out his
He was
phone and
working
text
like
him.
8 or 9. Oh, you text him.
Some of his friends from the First Step.
All right. Anyone in particular? Because I do have them listed here. Because I knew it actually keeps track.
Let me check my list, actually. Where's the doc? There's the doc. He's going to call, or just text. Let's do Ismay.
All right. So as you send out the text and a little bit of shopping continues, Ethan responds like, "Oh yeah, good guy. Didn't take to the creed so well, but seemed like just a way to get by. But got kind of bitter after the injury. We helped him out with a good prosthetic arm, but some things aren't as easy to bounce back from."
And just message like, do you know where I could find him on a good day?
Probably home.
All right. And just thank you,
And
Hart.
Yep, you guys got the address from him. As you send the heart, he goes, "By the way, how you been lately?" And that text conversation continues on.
She, by the way, but yes.
She, sorry.
Yep.
So is she?
Yep.
Just to mix up the notes. Okay.
Ismay the Red?
Yeah, must have copied the wrong, like, one sentence descriptor.
Okay.
Alright, so, anyone else? Alright. So, as you guys suit up, and you know the address, I presume most of you load up into Roddy's vehicle, and...
Yeah, Roddy grabs the seat club from out of his car and just puts it in the drive and just puts it on the side.
And I assume Mercury, you hop onto your bike.
As you walk outside, you guys see a motorbike parked actually really close to Rodney's car.
Roddy.
Roddy, sorry. Any of y'all want to ride?
Oh, a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Not a fan of open air.
I
Fair enough.
love open air.
This ain't just your ordinary motorcycle. And she walks up to it, and there's like, it's weird. Like, it's almost like there's a cup holder on the side of it. She rolls up her left sleeve and sticks her arm inside. And all of a sudden, the motorbike roars to life.
And as you guys watch, the mechanics kind of shift around the arm, lock into places a couple things. And as she hops on, the same thing happens to the left leg, and seemingly attached to some kind of metal underneath.
How much were those?
Expensive.
Expensive.
They were gifts, if you need to know. And if
Yes.
you're wondering about taking them off me, they're bonded to my bones. Good fucking luck.
The bones can come with it. It's okay.
Oh, prosthetic. Also, what?
No.
All
Right.
right. Can I ride with
Well.
you?
Yeah, more
And
than
she
welcome
just
to.
looks between Sabriel and Ray, and Sabriel and Ray. Roddy's okay, but Sabriel and Ray, and just considers being in an enclosed car and goes, nope.
Sabriel winks.
Of course he does.
Bye, quiet one.
And he's gonna get in his car and It is a very nice souped-up car, and there are a couple of magical enhancements as well.
Before we start going, just in case anything happens, can I get all your numbers?
I
have
suppose so.
No.
There's a little frown. It's like, I mean, we're going to be working together.
Can I have your number so he doesn't text you dick pics?
Only for now.
There's like an offended look on Sabriel.
Out of curiosity, we all have Fane, right, Conrad? Or like at least Mercury has Fane.
Question.
Would you like to commingle?
Oh.
I'm curious to see.
You guys have not sensed anything from each other, and Fane are not a well-known thing.
Okay, cool.
If any of you know about it, it might be you, but you would not expect any of these people to have it.
Okay. It was more so just a curiosity.
Yeah. If you want to give out just a quick highest mental modifier check, go for it.
Mental modifier, so wisdom 2?
Intelligence, wisdom, or charisma. One of the two. Just make a check for it. 3, sorry.
Perception it is.
No, just like a base check.
Oh, I see what you mean. Nah.
Not a saving throw, just a check, Sky.
Fuck!
Goodness.
Win
The ones to
my
the side, not the
fucking
tiny
God.
letters, the ones to the side.
Ah!
There we
There
go.
we go. 18.
Alright. Reaching out, you don't sense anything immediately. But also, you never sense anything immediately, so you're not sure what you're looking for.
Yeah.
That's fair. Just trying.
Hmm.
I don't have a. Sorry.
All right.
No worries. Here, and Ray will just write down her number on a stick and slap it to Mercury.
Yeah, he'll grab like a sticky note from like the glove box compartment and write it down, hand it to.
Curiosity. Anything else fun in that glove box?
Grenades.
No, nothing really. Maybe like a knife.
Okay. Alright, so as you kind of... Whoever needs to exchange his number with one another. I assume Sarah and you take the numbers from those two. As Mercury does not have a phone. And you guys head off to the address, I assume?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before Saren might just, as they're getting on the bike, go, out of curiosity, the symbol on the back of your jacket. Did you ever watch True Steel Chemist?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, pretty good, huh?
Yeah,
one of my
me and my
favorites.
friends. We watched that when we were kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Glad you know. I saw your phone case, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Air
the
symbol.
yep. The Windweavers were always my favorite.
Yeah. Well, if this all works out and we don't die, you're more than welcome to come by next movie night.
Come by next what?
Movie night. Up to you.
Maybe.
More so.
We'll see.
More so just a bunch of nerds. You're fine.
It's been a while.
I get that.
Alright. And put the helmet on and motorcycle.
So I'm just gonna ask, how fast are you okay with going?
Really fast.
Oh, good, because I don't listen to the speed limit. And boom!
Yes. As every motor law in the world gets broken at once.
And
Oh no!
This car very quickly goes from a dead stop, and
Car or
You have-
motorcycle?
sorry, motorcycle. Saren, you have like vague experience with vehicles, and you can take a look at this and expect it to go. You know, it accelerates quickly. It's a motorcycle. This thing easily goes from 0 to 150 feet per turn, in one round, which is like twice what it should.
Every road is an autobahn.
Oh, no.
Pretty much!
oh god,
Yeah.
what is this?
Clearly
a
modified.
Roddy, You feel this just like pulse of like instinct in your mind as it just goes like, oh, it's time for speed.
And he punches it as well.
Yep, and your car would naturally speed up fast. The motorcycle would. It has 4 wheels. It's built for this. You still can't accelerate as quickly as it does. You do reach a higher top speed, but your acceleration is not nearly as fast as you have to eventually like catch up.
Yeah, there's some magical enhancements, but not enough. Clearly.
Yes. And now the two drivers. If you would like to roll me a quick D100.
Zebro grabs onto Roddy's arm for comfort.
Of course he does.
I'm driving.
That's why it was your arm and not your leg.
He's like shifting, like
He kind of shakes off your arm as he like slams
Like,
into the next gear.
I crank into the gear shift.
All right.
Just imagine
Rodney.
me in the
Yeah,
back
man.
seat leaning
Roddy.
forward between these
Yeah.
If you do pass by Mercury,
You'd eventually catch up.
okay.
Yeah.
If when you do catch up, does not have her hands on the wheel. There is only just the arm and the leg connected. The hand is like resting on her knee.
It's odd. The posture is very weird.
She waves.
Saren, you're like, I assume, holding on to.
He has like a similar nonchalant posture while going blindingly fast. He has like one hand on the wheel.
Yep.
And then like alternates when he's like gear shifting. In fact, his seat's slightly back, just like
Yep. Very much like a Fast and the Furious style.
yeah,
Awesome.
definitely.
Saren, you're
It's
holding
just-
onto the back here of
Mercury.
Mercury. There's
They're in
wind.
God's arms now.
You would expect even on a motorcycle and like slipstreams and etc. etc. You expect some kind of wind. There is no wind pressure.
Oh.
We got a weird bike, boys.
It's interesting, but
Yeah, it's peaceful. It's quiet, really quiet.
okay. How are you doing this?
Roddy's got a couple sound dampener enhancements in the vehicle of the car, so it's also fairly
Yes.
quiet.
Unfortunately, you are going 300 feet per round, so as much as you
Yes.
dampen, it's fucking loud.
It's kind of loud.
It doesn't
Yeah.
work.
Sorry. What'd you ask there?
How are you doing this? I really thought that it would be way too loud to even talk.
Oh no, it's not me.
Ah, bike?
Yeah, she's beautiful, ain't she?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not super into vehicles, but I kind of get them. So, how'd you get this? Did you make it? Did you upgrade it?
It's a really long story. For now, that would take a while to actually explain to you. Anyways, for now, name's Mac. She's very sweet. She likes to go fast. And, well, you probably can't hear her, but she says hello.
Well, I guess hello back.
No, I'm not gonna tell her that, 'cause that's...
Quick, Saren, give me an insight check.
8.
Okay, no worries.
Oh, we're going fast. Oh, we're going fast. Then.
So, about halfway to this drive, which is normally a 20-minute drive, very much cut down.
We're cut down to like a 5-minute drive.
Yeah, closer to 10, but yeah.
Yeah, maybe 7.
You hear a, unfortunately, very familiar sound, Mercury, of a siren.
Mercury just kind of sits for a second. You're going the same speed as us. You're riding next to us. And just kind of looks.
Unfortunately, like I said, Roddy's vehicle can eventually go to a higher max speed than you, so he has passed you at this point.
Motherfucker. Alright. It's over.
You pull over to the side. The vehicle hums in apprehension.
I
and
know.
A strange vehicle. It's seemingly just a metal horse with wheels. It's almost like a bike, but it's shaped fully like a steed. And as it rolls up next to you, the head turns and like neighs at you. As a officer of the investigative force steps off and just kind of takes off the sunglasses and looks at you like, "Good evening, ma'am.
So,
Mind if I ask why you decided to be..." Checks his vehicle 2.5 times the speed limit.
going to a job.
Do you have any papers for it? And
Did
you guys would.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys would.
Yeah. Mercury kind of hands over the papers. You see, it's a shame you didn't catch our other friends. They're in a different car. They're going, like, way faster than we ever could. The bike gives a kick. Sorry.
And he kind of looks at the papers and says, really quick persuasion check.
Yeah, fucking shite.
Shit.
Oh!
3!
Kind of just reads it up and down and goes.
Uh-huh.
It says
Sure.
within. He kind of like shows the paper. Says, "See this clause here where it says you're able to break laws within reason.
This is
Yeah.
not within reason.
Are you currently hauling off a dangerous person or chasing a wanted criminal?
I mean, the guy we're going to is wanted.
Are you currently chasing him?
No.
If it helps, we've been separated from half our group. We're trying to catch up with them.
Yes, and if I can catch up with them, I'll give them the same speech. So, until I catch them, and he just goes into his vehicle, pulls out a ticket, hands it to you.
Are either of you particularly good actors?
And he hands you a ticket, Mercury, for 20 gold pieces.
Thanks.
Yes, and tell your friends that if I catch them, they'll get double the fine.
It won't. It won't.
Odds are you
Won't.
probably won't, but
Yes, because I had to catch you. Don't worry. At least one criminal's off the streets. Drive safe. Just kind of smiles at you and immediately peels off on the vehicle. So you can add one 20 gold piece fine to your inventory.
120.
my fucking ass a criminal. I ain't a criminal.
A single 20 gold piece fine or 120 gold piece fine?
Single.
Oh god, it's 120 gold piece speed limit fine. Fuck, man.
Yeah, Mercury is.
You guys were going
whistling.
2.5 times the speed limit. You're getting off
Car
of
would
light.
get- That would be stunt driving, guys.
Yeah, you guys got off of light because, like, comparatively to what you should be. You've gotten enough speed tickets, Mercury, to know that A, if he had checked your record, and B, if he was charging what he should be, that should have been like a 500 gold piece fine.
Right. So
Mercury just kind of leans back. Huh.
Worry of what I've lost cops before.
speed was good.
Whoops.
Do you want to just keep it to maybe 10 over for the rest of the ride? And hope that he catches the others just for fairness sake?
Oh, if he does, I'm gonna laugh my ass off. But, I mean, he let us off easy, which is nice. The reason I need money is because the last fine and the expedition. And I'm light on rent. And I don't like that. And I don't want to sleep in the closet again. Yeah. Alright. Put your visor back on. Let's go.
Okay.
Instead of going 2.5 times, we will go 1 time over the speed limit.
Fair enough. As you guys arrive far after Roddy does, and Roddy, don't worry, you managed to evade the cops.
Real
I've
quick.
lost cops before.
Real quick on the ride there, at some point Zebra looked over to Ray and just like, for the record, I take umbrage with that accusation earlier.
Yeah, it just fucking met you. Sorry, but could you not grab the arm of the person who's changing fucking gears?
I got scared.
There's another person in the car.
I assume you're in the back and he's not?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, like Scratch, she's not wearing a belt though. It doesn't really matter.
No.
I'm going like.
Several like triple
How
takes.
fast you're going.
Several like triple takes and just like, are you not wearing a belt?
Are you impeding on someone doing stick shift, my friend?
Please put on a belt.
Ray, just
No, it's
reluctantly.
fine. We're already here.
Look, we're here. Oh my! Also, Ray was looking like straight ahead the entire time.
I just see like 2 pieces of the leather back seat like ripped out from like Ray gripping it so hard. Just.
For the record, the speed you were going in miles per hour is, hold on,
Oh dear.
it's 84 miles per hour,
What's that in
which in
kilometers?
kilometers per hour is about 150, 160.
I've done that
Oh,
without a belt
that's
on.
not bad.
Wait a
It's not bad
second.
at all.
How fast? In
84
mi-
miles per hour.
That's not bad at all.
It's not
Oh
bad.
yes, but you guys are on a like country road.
Take me home.
Yes.
The place I belong.
Okay.
West
can I just-
Virginia.
country roads out here can get up to 60, 65 in miles per hour.
Yeah.
We're in
The
the city.
interstate,
I
This
thought
is
we were going
unusual.
300.
the interstate in the state where I live has a speed limit of 80.
The major difference here being, in a country the size of America, it's fine to go that speed. In a country closer to the size of, like, Germany, ignoring the Autobahn, it's not nearly as fast.
Ignoring the
Ignoring the
giant
number,
gaping hole is the idea.
No, the size of Germany, not the speed limits of Germany. It is still unusually fast, and again, just a cultural difference.
Yep.
Anyway,
We can just say they were going fast.
Also,
going fast.
mostly because I just did the math for the vehicles in the book, and it's not nearly as fast as I think it should. They'll have to change it later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Regardless.
yeah.
Um,
Conrad?
I have a souped up
Yes.
sports car.
I'll adjust those later.
Now, Roddy.
Hey, Conrad.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Ty.
Now, Roddy, if you could please unlock the doors. I need to throw up.
Fine. And he unlocks the doors.
Or else,
Don't get it on the ladder.
that's why I asked you to unlock them. But how'd you open the fucking window if you pissed me off?
I open the door. I reach over and open the door.
Alright, so you
Can
guys
se-
arrive
several-
first.
Can everyone give
Have
advice
told,
on how to feel
and you
better?
vomit on the front yard.
Like bad, like giving Ray a pat on the back, like you're fine, you're okay.
Can several give advice on how to feel better about sickness?
It's the simple ones of like make sure you drink water after.
He's got a couple water
Where?
bottles in the back.
That's why I wasn't looking down.
Alright, and about 5 minutes later.
Yeah, he
The
goes
other
he
two
basically
arrive.
goes into the boot of the car and hands her a water bottle.
So, looking up at the Blue Smoke household as you guys
Uh,
wait for your crew. Yes, Sky?
I was gonna ask for something as Saren and Mercury ride in, but it can wait.
Yep, so it's just gonna describe what these three see first.
Mhm.
You guys can see a small property. At the top of like a very small hill. Squat, mostly stone house with like a wood roof. Got these like stone, you know, like the in front of the big stores. They've got like those like concrete poles.
Yeah.
They've got like little stone ones like that border the yard, where you guys see a bunch of big husky-looking dogs, just lounging about in. Small well at the front. Two of the dogs are sitting by the front door, seemingly just taking a nap.
Yeah.
Looks to be a relatively peaceful house. Anyone who cares to look for anything in particular, mention it now.
Yep. Full sweep, trying to not get in range if there are still any ones she didn't see before. Looking for alarms, mostly
Go
now.
ahead and give me an either a perception or investigation check with advantage.
Yes, sir.
If you'd rather use thieves' tools, I'll leave it up to you.
Same thing with thieves' tools and investigation.
Alright, so 15. As mentioned before, you do see there's a lot more, like, electronics wired into this house than you would normally expect.
Trying to stay out of the way of those, like, view, seeing if she knows the brands, just seeing
There's no
the
cameras.
sweeping range.
J-
Okay.
Just wires and internet things coming in. He is very modern with whatever technology he has inside.
Ah, okay, cool.
To the well, you see it's got like a small like pump.
Mhm.
It's an electronic well. You don't have to do it all yourself. It's a filter on the inside, kind of standard for around now, so that you have your own individual water. Don't have to rely on being on the grid. Kind of a standard retiring household. There's an outhouse out back, which this culture is not unusual. It would have plumbing as normal, but it's just a little bit away. And, yeah. Nothing that would normally set off your mental alarms.
Mhm.
Other than the dogs, and they look all very cute and very happy. But they are lean, muscled animals.
Okay, just gonna go back to the car and just go, I think it's better if we need to do anything more beefy, like Roddy's job sort of. We do it inside, doors locked, seeing if there's any doggy doors we can close, just in case those dogs seem a little feisty. And if we can avoid the ones that are outside and just deal if there are any on the inside, it'll be perfectly fine.
Call me when things get loud.
I'm really hoping it doesn't get loud. That's the opposite of what I'm hoping. That's the opposite of what I want.
I know. It's a contingency for a reason.
Okay. Let's just wait for the others.
Yeah.
And I'll clean up the vomit. Just, yeah, and Ray will use the rest of the water bottle. Just sort of wash that shit away.
You wash it down, it trickles down the little incline into the gravel, and is not very visible unless you look for it. There's a wet spot, but water.
It'll dry.
A couple minutes later, the other two roll up and Mercury, you said you wanted to mention something.
Pop a wheelie. Pop a wheelie.
It was like a vague wheelie that, yeah. The horse, not the horse, the vehicle, does like a little popping sound as you do so. Which you recognize as like a sign of like excitement. As you land the wheelie and ride up next to them on the gravel.
Hello.
Hello.
Aye.
Couple
That's-
minutes late.
That's totally not inconspicuous.
Hey, feck you. You owe me
No.
20 gold pieces. You know that?
For what?
Speeding fine. You fuck.
You got caught.
You're an asshole.
Can we not argue
Learn
around?
to lose cops better. I don't know what to tell you.
Hey, let's not argue around like what during a job.
Yes. Again, if you have any issues with each other, you can do this afterwards. But for now, focusing on getting things done, getting paid.
Aye, relax, would you? Mercury's gonna unclip from the bike, help Saren off, put the helmets on the side, and then start walking towards the front door.
Are we just walking right up?
Oh, what do you
I
want
don't-
to do? Molotov cocktail?
No, that's loud. That's not a good idea.
I'm just
Tear
asking if you
gas?
want.
Doesn't matter, he's not been accused of anything yet.
Yeah,
It's not been
guys,
abused.
here's the thing. They suspect something and they suspect that it's online, so kind of
Yep.
frankly
Alright. Let's just go and ask him then.
huh. Alright, who's really good at reading people and getting proof?
I am. I could try reading, but I can find the proof probably.
That really gives away. I can probably get him to say something he doesn't mean to.
Proof is gonna be the most important part.
I can try and find some if you guys keep him talking in this head
If
change.
I got
Oh, I
his
will
computer,
absolutely keep him talking.
Oh,
if I got his computer, I can get into it.
Oh, me too. I could probably hack into it pretty well. It's pretty easy actually.
Don't worry, he's not he's not the first knight that I've taken a shine to.
Slept with.
You know what? Your coercion's actually okay in this situation. I'm completely fine with it.
Don't mind it.
Alright.
Yes,
So,
now I have to question the laws of entrapment in this land.
Laws of attraction. Good.
Oh, I've got a really bad joke. Shit. Can I say it?
Nope. We will leave it be.
So,
You can
Why don't
message
we
it if you'd like in the Discord.
So,
here
you're
you
at
go.
the front
Ask a few
door.
questions.
You guys need to not be seen by anybody if possible if you're being sneaky. I don't know.
Mm.
Screw it.
I could try to. How many doors around the property, Conrad?
For your investigation check earlier, he's got what looks to be a small side door. Almost like a barn door. You wouldn't be surprised if there was like a large random there. On the
Yeah.
side, as well as a main front door.
All right. Well, I don't know if we should do this the way of being, totally upfront, saying we need to ask a few questions, see if we need to investigate stuff. If he gets violent, then we have to retaliate in that sense.
I can't hear you. I'm walking towards the front door.
No,
Look,
Sabriel's
Alright.
just
human seatbelt. Like,
Sabriel will like run in front and is like, Mercury, please, we're just trying to do everything together.
plan.
Yeah, but you're taking forever.
For what?
Man-
Taking
man
forever
needs
for
to-
what?
We're being analytical. We're trying to do this in a way that we don't get in trouble and we can get paid fully, just in case we need to pay for any damage. Or literally anything else.
Basically, I don't want any of you to get hurt or for us to get into any trouble that is, again, takes more time than we'd be saving right now running in right away.
It's the nicest thing you've said today.
Yes. All right. Tell you what.
Just knock on the door.
I want to, but if they're going to be doing something else, we'd like to know that first.
Yes, Sabriel, you're the grifter. You're gonna talk to him up at the front door.
Mhm.
Ray, you're
Yes.
obviously the cat in this situation. You're going to try and get in and see if you can find anything in empty rooms. Go look for offices, anything of that sort.
So side door.
Yes.
Got it.
That's one number windows if you'd like.
I'm your.
Windows?
Yeah.
I'm the
Actually,
designated
that's on the
enforcement
map.
and getaway driver.
Would you want to come along just in case things get a bit? Actually, how are any points to Mercury and Saren? How are you two physically? Let's say.
fast.
Eh.
I mean, like in a fight, if you start swinging a bat or something,
Really fast.
so you could deal with it, or are you gonna run away?
I can
I
deal
ain't
with
gonna
it.
run.
Okay, that's all I need to know. All right, Roddy, if you want to stay by the car for a getaway, I don't think we need to, but you never know.
If we yell, remember, yell, be loud, right?
Be loud. Yeah.
Yes.
Shatter a window if you have to.
I can be loud.
I'll tell him. Yeah, Mercury.
So the car is
Alright.
about 60 feet from the front door.
Please,
So,
please let's not cause property damage if we don't have to.
Yeah,
Oh, of course, no property damage.
That's
prefer,
not.
definitely.
So I'm gonna stay relatively close to the car, but
okay,
I'll
so
see
you're about 40 feet, 45 feet off the bottom of the map then.
Yeah.
Ray, what are you doing?
Going around to the side of the house, looking for any exit strategies, while also looking for that one side door to try and see if it's unlocked and going quiet.
Alright, give me a quick stealth check.
Before Ray runs off, Sabro might go, would you care for a quick blessing?
Sure.
He does like a little sign. He it's probably in actual like accordance with various like religious things. He knows his religion. But again,
Oh, thank you. And she will.
So you can take that as a 4. 18. Alright. So, as you kind of slip around the side, the spare door is just over here.
Okay.
It seems the dogs do not notice you.
Okay. Should I place my token?
Yep, place yourself just at that door. And if at any point you'd like to enter, go ahead and let me know.
Side or south?
Right here.
Side.
Go. Alright. And those who are going to the front door, if you'd like to place yourself on the map between those two dogs, they are lounging just in front of it.
Sabriel will kind of tap his necklace and real quick cast Mage Armor on himself.
Alright. So you feel the magical protections kind of shore up on your shoulders, especially around the torso.
Saren offers one of the dogs a hand to sniff.
Just out of curiosity, give me an animal handling check.
Oh, actually, I've got teeny proficiency. I rolled
Oh.
bad.
It sniffs it, kind of like ignores the hand and like relaxes back. It seems in the late spring, and these things being huskies, they're quite lazy and quite warm, and are keen to just relax for a little bit. But nothing aggressive, they're just not paying attention to you.
Oh, they're so cute.
They are lovely dogs. No
Feel bad
leashes.
for them in this
either.
weather, though. And he'll, if there's a doorbell, he'll press it. If not, he'll knock.
No doorbell, but there's like a steel knocker with like a
Alright.
dragon face.
Ooh, fancy. Ding, ding, ding.
Fancy.
So you clang, clang, clang. You hear a voice from inside, kind of just yells, who's there?
Friend of the Knights. Just wanted to talk for a bit.
Alright, give me a second. And you hear creaks, doors open. Hope that showed you guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sir Blue Smoke steps up to the door. Kind of just opens it, pokes his head through. Says, with the Knights?
A friend of. They've got some, let's say, concerns. I just wanted to talk with you a little bit, if that's okay.
Sure. Take a step back, I'll step outside with you.
Sure thing. And he backs up if everyone else will.
I'm off to one
Ray,
side.
Mercury.
Yeah, if you want to just, there we go. Ray, give me a Thieves Tools check. And you can see on his like hip, there is a small shotgun just resting on it.
I'm not gonna roll Thieves Tools. I'm just gonna roll Hacking Tools because it's the same thing. Actually, I'll just roll the Disguise Kit because it's the exact same thing. Ooh, that hurt.
It is locked, but it's a heavy padlock. You're not sure if you trust your ability to open it, but it is locked.
Shit.
But if you'd like as well, there are a pair of wooden windows here. Let me get off the corners. Here and here, and glass windows along the main building.
Gonna check the wooden ones.
So looking inside, you see inside there's a horse just standing there eating from like a small bit of hay. You can climb in. They're just wooden shutters. There's no lock to them or anything.
Yep.
At
The door to the house.
yeah, there's like a big a gate, like a horse gate that you can stick your head over, and it seems that goes into a portion of the house, which I will quickly reveal to you.
Okay.
go.
Okay, I can place my token like sort of here, if that's okay.
So you're going into the window then?
Yeah. Happen.
All right. Roll an animal handling check to see how the horse takes your presence.
Just ooh.
It kind of looks at you and just starts whinnying, and you guys hear the horse whinnying a little bit, and the dragonborn doesn't seem to pay attention to it.
Saren
Oh,
looks up and looks over. You have a horse?
You keep animals.
Yeah. I raise them. The horses tell me get around, and he kind of gestures to his feet, which you can see, kind of like those. You ever see like the runner who doesn't have any legs? I can't remember his name. He's got legs like those, very basic, very old. They could probably use some improvements. You guys see one of the horses, one of the dogs, start to walk over to the window over there.
Can I go and see the horse? Is there just a outbuilding, a barn? Sorry,
Yeah,
it's
just a small building if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm not the friend of the night, so I don't think I'm really needed for the conversation.
Ray's gonna hop over the barn door instead of trying to open it.
All right, let me just roll a quick perception check for that dog.
Okay. Uh-oh.
One of the dog starts barking very loud. Sir Blue Smoke kind of like looks out that way like, it's weird. And he begins to start stepping, following Saren, as this dog as well starts to go with him.
I think our friend will notice if anything's wrong. Sorry, we don't have a lot of time. I just want to ask you some things really quick. I'll get over your scales in just a moment.
Okay, roll me a quick persuasion check. So,
All right.
Sabriel.
I get advantage, right?
Yes.
19.
19. Okay. And insight. Okay, he kind of just turns and says, fine, whatever. You can move up as you'd like, Saren, as this dog is just going to kind of follow you and watch where you're going.
Can I hop over the gate?
Yep, go for it. You hop in there. This door right here, not locked, but is closed.
Okay, just gonna creak it open.
And you do see Saren kind of staying at the window, just kind of watching. Saren, you see Ray stepping inside and hopping in.
I'm gonna kind of try to put my arm in just a little bit and do the little whistle and click, click, click noises with the mouth to try to get the horse to come over and ignore the person inside there.
Okay. Go ahead and make another animal handling check.
Hooray. 18.
Yeah, it comes over to you and starts like sniffing at your hand. It seems to very much like you.
Good.
The dogs are still barking, but they seem to have calmed down a little bit with the person being there.
Ray gives Saren a thumbs up and just slips in.
Thumbs up back.
Okay, and I will open up the reveal there. Well, let me just do this without revealing too many things at once. As you see another dog, much younger, not like a baby or anything, but it's a younger looking dog, kind of just on the floor lounging with like a small bone in his mouth.
Alrighty.
So many
There is a
suppers.
door there and a door there, as well as obviously a storage cellar door right there.
Okay.
Make a roll perception on that dog as well. Does not seem to notice you. It is sleepy and engrossed with its bone. Sabriel, as you kind of begin distracting. So Blue Smoke, are you gonna ask anything significant, or you're just distracting?
No, he's gonna ask. Basically, there's been talk that there might be some accusations levied your way.
He kind of crosses his arms, and you hear a clang as his hand smacks against the door. What of accusations? What's going on? And Mercury, step in there as you need to. Up to you.
Yep. Just, talk of I think it was online gambling, illegal gambling. There's been some concern about you in general. Some of them have been saying they'd like to come visit you at a point. But I was in the area and I did them a favor. They're just wondering, and we wouldn't want anything investigation, even if it came to nothing, to come up.
Cause upset. You worked
Sent
with
you.
the. You worked with the Watchers of Worlds, yeah?
Not really. I helped them out once, and that's how I got hurt. Who do you know in the Knights?
Most
Sure.
recently I talked with Ismay, but I've talked with, but I know Geralt, I know Sagard, Daniel, Rain, Gabella, and Han.
Oh, well, she's still there? Christ. I mean, I'll keep it in mind. If it's just a warning, I appreciate it.
Uh, just, is there anything that you could have done to arouse suspicion or anything like that?
Part of a company, I help run the servers, moderate, administrate. Don't take part or anything.
What company?
Of a gambling server?
Yeah, poker online.
Hmm.
Maybe they're doing something? I mean, I've never known them to do anything particularly illegal.
Yes.
Do you have the
I would-
site address?
Yeah, sure, and he kind of writes it down for you. It's a pretty big gambling site.
And you just do administration, moderation? I'm not too keen on computer stuff.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I do my best to make sure we moderate people. If we notice someone winning an unusual amount, we watch a few of the games, make sure it's not anything we don't expect. Make sure the algorithm hasn't been tampered with. I can go into more details, but I'm not sure how tech savvy you are.
No,
Basically,
go ahead.
And he starts basically explaining that because his primary source of income is raising animals, in his spare time he just lends a hand. If people are being investigated, he watches their games, he makes sure nothing strange is going on, he writes emails, he does administrative work, he does little updates to the website, checks for differences in the code.
Does he get
He
paid?
seems to know what he's doing.
Does he get paid for this?
Yeah, he gets paid for it.
Alright. Have you noticed any like repeat offender people maybe going on through name checks with IP addresses?
Yeah, we find them every once in a while, but we got a pretty good system in place. We got a few security networks that help us out.
Anyone that stands out in particular?
Anyone you could have maybe banned and gotten angry and they might have reported you for something?
Well, it's possible, but an administrator getting reported doesn't really mean much usually.
Well, I mean to higher authorities, not just on the site.
Oh, no, we go by screen names. They could have, I guess, tracked my IP, but it seems strange. And we'll cut really quick to Ray.
Sneak it in.
Ray, as you step inside, so place is lived in. Very clean, not much around. Up here, there's a sword sitting above the mantle, and a bunch of papers on the desk right here. Open with like a book and a pen sitting next to it.
Okay. Okay. All the windows look in here glass and locked, like modern windows.
Not locked, but they have like screens, like book screens.
Okay, cool. How big are they?
Standard, 36 by probably 60 inches.
Okay. Does it look like only one person lives here?
Yeah, definitely. Other than the animal stuff, yeah, there's one small kitchen, this way, a stove. There's like a single pot of something sitting on it.
Okay.
Otherwise, very clean.
Kind of sword, short, long, great.
Longsword.
Okay, Ray is going
Very
to...
nice design on it too.
Ooh, awesome. Looks expensive.
Very
Ray's
much so.
going to keep walking down. I'm going to go one by one.
Give me an additional stealth check. As you're walking right next to the dog.
Big money, no whammies. Fuck, nope.
The dog kind of turns to you and immediately just a loud, like, piercing bark.
That
And a
turns,
repeated one.
that turned into a run. Bat into here. It's unlocked.
Okay, as soon as you do so, the dog is going to try to bite at you and knock you over.
Okay.
It basically takes an opportunity attack.
Got it. Ooh, yep.
Sorry, that should not be advantage, but still a 23.
Oh, yeah.
So your speed is reduced to 0 until the end of this creature's turn. And with that, we are going to start initiative.
Yeah, Roddy's gonna start running at the barking.
Yep. So Roddy will most likely take your turn to get up to here, as it is 45 feet away.
Yeah. Can I just put my marker on the board just to get on there?
We'll do it once you get to your turn.
Yeah.
Dogs are
Assuming-
initiative again? Advantage again?
Oh, my apologies.
6.
6. Sorry about that.
Do I have?
No, not
I'm
yet.
assuming Rat have a greater dex than I do.
Yes, probably.
Yeah.
Dead ass considering you're a rogue.
I'm okay with calling Ray Rat, but can we not exclusively refer to
Yeah,
Ray
I have
Rat?
a name.
I've been
I
calling
have-
her Ray.
Roddy, what's your dexterity?
+1.
+1? Okay. Sir Blue's will go first then.
This is slightly worse than the Zinnia Xenia thing. Just slightly.
Alright.
Slightly.
Good old lasagna.
Oh my
Thank
god.
you.
Why?
Why is it always you? It's always you.
Okay, so I'm just going to use this marker to signify they've used their crippling bite. Okay, so
Right.
Saren, you immediately sense all the dogs next to you go very hostile very quickly.
Oh god.
As whatever bark came in from side was a bark of something's happening.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no, oh no, oh no.
Oh no.
I saw something shiny. I'm sorry.
That's okay, it happens.
Alright.
This is the joy of playing low-level characters. You're not going to make every check.
Nope.
Well then. Ha. Oh god. New sheet, trying to decide things.
Yep.
Something clearly went wrong inside. I'm gonna just assume that she's aware of that.
And it's very, obvious growling and aggressive motions. Your animal handling's high enough to know that these dogs are about to attack.
Yep, okay.
God.
She is going to... She's just gonna jump in through the window.
Okay, one is going to try to make a crippling bite on you
Alright.
with advantage because they have back tactics.
Yep.
Oof.
God damn.
Yep, speed reduced to 0.
Alright.
Alright, so that's your movement.
Yep.
As they are just grabbing onto your leg with this I can't do a dog right now, my throat's sore, but you can imagine what it sounds like.
Okay, yeah, she does not want to hit them or hurt them, even if they're aggressive, because dogs. So she's just gonna shout, "Hey! Hey! Little help!" And,
Okay.
just stay put right there.
Okay. Would you like to add the dodge action to that, maybe?
I'll add the dodge action, sure.
Okay. Alright, Ray. Your speed is reduced to 0.
Yep. I'm just double checking cutting action.
Yep.
Okay, good. All these attacks are going to be non-lethal. Ray does not want to kill Puppy,
Of
and this
course.
guy takes care of animals, so he can help them afterwards.
Okay.
So I will do my attack and offhand. I hope I did the offhand right. I think it. Wait,
I'll check it for you, don't worry.
my damage is fucked up on them. I already know that. So I'm gonna do 1. That's horrible. That's slightly better.
Even worse.
Yeah, both of those will unfortunately miss.
Yep. Let me go add my dex to at least the carved knife. The kitchen knife's fine.
Yeah.
Did I select something? No, I'm good.
Oh goodness.
Alright.
This evolved fast.
Well, that's
Yeah.
Ray, that's action, bonus action movement. Okay, next up is Mercury. There is a tussle going on.
Yeah, I know. The door behind Sir Blue Smoke, is it open?
It is closed currently.
Shit.
You can't
Did
see
he?
what's going on, but you see he's immediately put, kind of like in the slow-mo of combat starting, he's bringing his hand to the weapon on his
The
side.
shotgun, yeah.
Uh,
To the shotgun.
Mercury's
And the
gonna...
dog standing in front of you is starting to look very aggressive. It is currently prone, because it was laying down relaxed.
Okay, I was gonna say, because otherwise she'd use her action to disengage. But,
Okay,
she's
it will
basically
be a
gonna...
disadvantaged attack on you.
Yeah.
'Cause
You said it's prone, though. Can it attack while...
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
melee attacks at disadvantage.
Okay, yeah, no.
Do you still want to move?
Yeah.
So, crippling bite, 11 hit.
No.
Okay. So it snap at your ankles as it's trying to twist itself onto its feet, and it misses.
As
And you see
Mercury-
Saren being assaulted by at least one dog, the other growling in her face.
Shit, fuck. And then it again.
Yep, new sheets, guys. It's okay.
Okay, I don't know if that's appropriate. I probably shouldn't do that. Very quickly, she's pretty much gonna slap herself. Just.
For that, we can assume you had done it earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's an armor
Against
class
the-
spell, yeah.
Just for the sake of like, fuck.
So just mark off the spell slot, but we'll assume that was already on.
Yep. All right. She's gonna look towards Saren and just. Oh, I really hope this works. Run towards my voice. And cast Fog Cloud.
Okay, if you would like to give me the 20-foot radius sphere that you're summoning the cloud.
So here.
Okay,
Like-
so starting from there. Perfect.
Basically, confuse the dogs as.
Go. Alright. Zooming in. 2, 3, 4. There we go. As that place is heavily obscured. So, for the sake of heavily obscured, that counts as 3/4 cover for everyone inside. And it is very difficult to see through, so all perception checks have disadvantage.
And again, pretty much Mercury just starts making as much noise as possible so that Saren can move toward.
Okay, give me a raw charisma check.
Fuck. And hopefully, Roddy hears the noise and knows to start running.
Yep. Nice.
18,
Yeah.
okay. You do. You can't really see much, Saren, but you do sense the dog that was growling. Actually, its head is turned.
I thought
Alright,
heavily
would that be all?
obscured was a little different.
It usually is.
Okay. Like,
For the sake of confusing the dog, though, I'm doing it like this.
Okay. Because the way it's written in the book will be even more useful because anything that is in heavily obscured territory is effectively blind,
My
which
mistake.
means no opportunity attacks.
Okay,
Yeah.
my mistake. Alright, so, anything else, Mercury?
Probably through all there's just a very quiet mutter before they start re-shouting to take their breath. Just, I knew we should have gone with the cocktail, and then begins to shout again.
Alright, Sabril, you're moving just slightly quicker, but you can see this dragonborn is about to pull out a gun from it.
Alright. He is going to look between him and the dog over there that's growling and bit at Mercury and just stop fighting, please control your dogs, and is going to twin suggestion.
Hell yeah!
Twin. Just checking something.
Sorcerer.
Creatures that
Okay.
can't be charmed, okay. Okay, interesting. Control your dog. So you're targeting Blue Smoke, and who you're twinning it on?
The other dog.
Okay, so control your dog. That's a wisdom save, right? Alright, so Blue Smoke fails. Okay, interesting.
Interesting.
Alright, anything else? You do know the
Um,
dog next to you has used its reaction.
Does the dog not have to make a save?
Oh, that's right, sorry.
He said stop fighting, control your dog, hoping the stop is enough for the dog.
Should not be a disadvantage, but still a 3. Okay, so it seems they are both under the effect of the spell.
Okay. And he's just gonna stay there and look back to Roddy for help.
He's running. Yeah, he's.
So first, before you get there, Sir Blue Smoke does still, draw the weapon, but he is inclined to take the course of action, so he's going to burst into this room. And seeing Ray currently grab
Fog.
around the ankle. Actually,
Fog.
he can't see them at all because of the fog cloud.
Fog cloud.
You
Yeah.
see the edge of the dog.
See the edge
He
of
can
the-
see a little bit of the dog, but he's seeing a dog's tail.
Mhm.
So he's going to go up there and attempt to make an animal handling check on the dog, which is wisdom, right?
Yes.
I
Yep.
believe so, yep.
And he'd
Yeah.
probably have
Second.
proficiency given all these dogs.
He doesn't have proficiency, but he does have advantage.
Mm.
Yes.
He's dogs.
Okay, and let me just roll. The dog is inclined to listen to its master. Okay, so the dog lets go of you, right? You are no longer bitten.
Mhm.
You don't know why, but you can hear someone on the other out just outside the cloud, talking to the dog, calming it down. Brody, from there, if you're going to dash, you have an additional 15 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna dash forward and pick up a rock off the ground that I could use.
Okay, you pick up a rock.
Several look. Don't attack them. This one's
I
nice.
know,
This one's calm.
I know. Just in case. Contingencies
Alright.
are important. What happened? And he's basically asking.
I don't know. Something in the back. The animals are enraged and biting someone. We should just go.
God. Right, must have. Oh dear. Okay.
Alright, so next up is the dogs, which first I'm going to roll their d6. Okay. That one gets its bite back. Here we go.
Oh, she's no
Um,
selfish.
That one, the one next to Sabriel, is going to kind of just sit and, like, stay calm, but it is still aggressively barking. This one is going to run up and is trying to intimidate you, Sabriel. So I'm just going to roll. I'll let you decide what that means for you.
Let me look up.
These two inside are blinded. And are basically both going to try to grapple you, Saren. As they don't particularly want to hurt you, they just want you to stop what you're doing right now.
Yeah, she's already grappled.
You're not grappled. It's just for this turn you reduce to 0. There's no grapple technically.
Alright.
So they're just going to make two. It's athletic checks, but it's just strength right now. Do as you wish with those.
I beat them both in order.
Beat them both.
Goodness.
So you kind of like bat the dogs off of you. You are still slowed until the beginning of the. Actually, you're no longer slowed because it's the beginning of its turn.
Yeah.
Okay. And next up is your turn.
Alright. I'm gonna... Am I prone?
No, you were just reduced to 0 feet for the moment.
Alright. I'm gonna book it.
And Mercury's still screaming for you.
Yep. Suddenly this blur runs right past you from the smoke and fog.
Oh!
And she
Good.
skids
You
to
got
a
out.
stop right next to Roddy. And looks at the lot. What the hell happened?
He's calming his dogs down now. I drummed him. We should go.
I told you to use the cocktail.
No, that would.
We are not doing anything. Let's just go, please.
Go. Go. The car's over there.
Alright. Come on, let's get out of here.
Ray's
Ray?
still stuck inside.
Where's Ray?
God damn. Alright.
We're assuming this is
hold on.
quiet enough, don't worry.
Yeah. I'm gonna action dash to get in there. I see fog. Do I have any chance of running in and finding Ray?
You can see the dog is being pulled out of the fog cloud by blue smoke.
You can assume that Ray's somewhere in that fog cloud.
Yeah, on second
Assume what
thought,
you want,
the
yeah.
thing that I was planning to do requires me to be able to see. So,
Okay.
that is not gonna happen.
Yep, you still got 25 feet movement.
Yeah. The thing is, I need to be able to see.
You can see blue smoke, you can see his dog.
Alright, fine. Okay. 15. Actually, this could maybe work. If I get in there, fumbling around, can I grab hold of Ray?
It's likely, yeah. What's your passive perception?
11.
11, but Ray's last check was lower than that, so yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's me. Grab hold of your...
Okay.
Alright,
Okay,
hold
okay.
on, I got you. And can I haul Ray out so I'm just out of the fog cloud? That uses the last of my movement from the dash.
Yeah, she's willing, so yeah.
Alright, Ray is right there.
She, right?
Ray is right there. How far can I see out this door?
Whatever normal sightline is. Like, you can see, like, down the hill.
Good. 40 feet. Suddenly, poof! Both of them teleport 40 feet. They are
All right.
20 feet off the map.
As you both are. All right. So.
And
I'll
I'm just gonna wave at the others and jerk the thumb towards the vehicles. But that's it for my turn. I've used every ounce of movement I could squeeze
Yeah,
out.
you used as much of a turn as you can imagine at that point.
I told
All
you
right.
I'm all about speed in this one.
Yep. All right, Ray. You are about
20 feet off?
25 feet from the car, 20 feet off the map.
What the? Sorry.
All right, 15 feet from the car. My mistake.
Yep.
Saren just gives a little push towards the car. We're getting out of here. Get in.
Okay, sorry. Yep. Cool. Start going.
Doors are open. It's fine.
Yep.
You hop in the car, Ray. You can duck your head down in the back seat.
Yep, laying in the back seat like usual with Fenzi.
Yep.
Stuck in the laying down.
All right. With that, Mercury. Make a hide check.
Oh, yeah. Oh my lord.
It helps that you're basically behind cover. So.
Yep.
All right, Mercury. You were able to see from your peripheral the two of them getting the fuck out of there. What are you doing?
Out of curiosity, if I go here, can I see the papers right there?
You could look through the window even if you want.
Okay, can I please look through the window? It's here, right?
It's like halfway between, but just use 10 feet. That's fine. Okay. This is gonna be a full action perception check because it is like trying to read small papers through a window.
That is fine.
Okay, make a perception check.
I hope that's enough.
All right. It's numbers. It's seemingly accounting ledgers. You can memorize a good portion of them due to your personal abilities. And yeah, so you have 20 feet of movement left.
All right. Just very kind of calmly, almost walk over and go. I memorized his books. Let's go.
Please, let's go.
And next
Get out
time
of here.
we do it with the cocktail. And Sarah
No,
just
we
starts
don't.
running towards
No.
their bike.
Please, no.
Do you mean Mercury?
Mercury, sorry, is just running towards her bike.
I'm
That-
so glad.
that's a
I didn't talk to
first.
him this
That's a
time.
new
That's
one.
a first.
Yeah.
That's your own character.
There have
There's
been
a
a
reason
couple
for
of
it.
Saren and Mercury mix-ups here.
Yeah.
Alright.
I have had to correct myself constantly.
All right, Sabriel, you can assume that dog is relatively calm because you charmed it. You hope.
Yep, he's just gonna run off. Take the dash action.
I assume you hop into the car.
And immediately he's going to check in with Ray. It's like, are you okay? Are you hurt?
Fine.
No, I'm serious.
We can fix it later.
I will. Wait, Roddy's on his way.
It's fine. It's okay.
You
Sorry.
see blue smoke kind of charge out, and rather than a shotgun, he now has a rifle in his hand.
Oh fuck! Get out of there!
Can I just say that
And
the
it-
suggestion lasts until the task is done?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. He grabs the rifle and he comes out and he's grabbing the collar of the dog with one hand and speaking to the other one there to calm them down.
And Sabriel yells out, "We're sorry about all of this. Take it up with the job boards."
Get the fuck out of here!
Just get in the fucking car.
Get in the fucking car. Yeah, Roddy.
He is just screaming at you guys to get the fuck away from him. Alright, you guys hop into the car. I assume everyone but Mercury is in the car and Mercury's on the bike.
Yeah.
Up to y'all,
Saren's
depends.
Saren's gonna be on the bike unless the bike's already gone.
No,
Yeah,
Sarah can
you
jump
would have had
on.
enough time, the way the initiative is. Yeah, you would have had time.
Okay.
Mercury would have waited for you, in all honesty.
Yep, the dogs don't leave the fence line.
Mhm.
So, you guys can peel away and drive to where you wish.
Um,
Even if you want
Roddy-
to just like drive like 5 minutes down the road.
Roddy knows the best way to the Chimera's Den from here, so he's gonna go there.
Alright, Mercury, I assume you're following him?
Mercury's gonna kind of ride up to the passenger window and kind of gesture for it to roll down. I'm assuming they're going at a somewhat decent speed.
You can
Yeah.
match him, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna go at some of decent speed.
Basically, roll down the window.
Yeah, he's rolled down the window.
Yep.
Where are we going?
Chimera Den. We'll reconvene there.
All right. You owe me a drink.
I know.
It doesn't matter. Mew.
So, you guys.
And he takes the various the various passageways that he knows to get there as fast as possible.
As
Roddy, real quick, give me your standard perception check to see if you're being tailed with advantage.
With advantage, cool. Yeah. I've done getaways like this before. Perception,
Yep, with advantage, yeah.
15.
Yeah, no one's tailing you, no police cars or anything. The roads are nice and clear around here. It is a more rural area. So
Perfect. So he's gonna bump up the speed a little bit and try and get to the Chimera's Den as fast as possible.
you guys make your way there. It's a decent drive. Sabriel, you had a comment?
yeah, he's just going back to Ray again. It's like, okay, we're going. Everything's okay. Are you hurt?
Just a bite. Don't
Here.
think a baby. It's fine. It's
Let
fine.
me see it. Please let me see it.
Whatever. And Ray rolls up the pant leg. So it opens a new hole in the tights.
Yep, real quick. I have to ask because I don't remember with a lot of these characters. You have both legs, right?
Yes.
So yeah, you check there. There's standard dog bite puncture wounds. Nothing crazy, but it looks like it was a pretty deep bite.
Yep.
These
Just
are
one.
hunting dogs.
He's gonna put his hands on it and first do his
It's fine.
regeneration. Just 1d6. Ah,
So
Okay.
you see the blood flow stop, but it still hurts like you would not believe. But you feel that kind of cleanness to it, so you're pretty sure it won't get any kind of infection.
We're gonna work together with this one. Me first. And Ray will healing hands.
Yep, and you watch as Ray does basically presses their hand, and you watch as these like slight white veins in her neck light up. As you, Sabriel, you would recognize this as an Asmar feat.
Yasma.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Rodney, you're looking at the road.
No, I just take a quick look back and then okay, and he's looking at the road.
Yep, there's a bit of blood on your sleeve.
Yeah.
Not the first time.
Yeah, no, definitely not the first time. In fact, there's probably a couple bloodstains in the backseat anyway.
Oh yeah.
You have the blood of Celestials, do you?
Just a little. I don't know how I got him. Dad was human. Mom was half elf. Pretty sure that's where the ears come from.
There's a smile.
As you guys both summon or Asmar abilities, you both hear a tickle in your mind. Oh, they're interesting. Sabriel, your voices are triplicated, of course.
Hmm.
But it is a familiar voice to you. Ray.
Mm-hmm. What the fuck?
Just Zapro's giving a look. You I promise I don't mean anything by this, but you're not dissimilar to me.
You too?
And he kind of like he like moves his hair like behind the elf ear, and it's like, I'm non-standard, let's say.
Nice.
That's why I was curious about Mercury.
That's fair. All the races and crap.
There's a lot and many more from recent developments.
Oh,
I'm glad you're okay, is all.
you know, you're nicer than I expected. I thought you were gonna be just a pretentious little. Sorry.
Look, I have eyes and they look at things that are pretty and things that I like in the world. It includes, big buff strapping gentlemen driving muscle cars. He looks at in the front.
Rodney, you hear this very clearly.
So this was the grace from the gods, is what you're saying.
God,
But-
just like Beatrice.
But everyone has their own little,
Yeah.
interests and beauty to them.
Yeah. Just Roddy is just like mumbles something under his breath.
It's okay. This is going to be more than just a one-time thing. I'm guessing of just working on stuff, I guess.
There's like a light up on his face. Like, are you saying you'd like to work together again?
Well, we have to finish this, but after that, I guess.
Yes,
You guys are
absolutely. He takes Ray's hands. Like, I would love to. Absolutely, please.
You know, all things considered, I haven't driven like this in a while.
I
Kind of like this.
okay.
Sort of. And we roll up to the Chimera Den.
Meantime, any commentary between Saren and Mercury?
Ow.
Ow.
Fair.
Ow,
Saren
my leg.
pretty much. My leg. Saren pretty much
I'm
swirls
Saren.
around. Oh, sorry. Fuck.
It's really impressive. It's not me
My
this time.
God.
How is that happening?
By the way,
Clearly, these two are
really quick-
twins in spirit.
apparently.
Fair.
By the way, really quick, Mercury, your bark skin is gone because Fog Cloud does take concentration.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yep, just letting you know.
So, pretty much, Mercury's gonna. It's disconcerting. Their leg almost swivels in order for them to do this. In order for her to do this, they almost pivot around, so they're sitting sideways, but their leg and their arm are attached. It is a very weird looking effect, and she kind of looks at Saren and just, can I? And with the free hand, she's not watching the road, but the bike seems to be doing fine. Kind of just holds out her free hand, and it's glowing a bit white. It's healing light.
I'm okay, but I'll take it if you're offering.
I'm offering.
Alright.
Just, give me a sec there. There you go. It's not much,
Oh
but I
god,
hope
that's
it
more
helps.
than I needed. Oh, that's...
Well,
Saren, you feel the wounds kind of stitch up in your leg, and you've had healing magic used on you once or twice before, when you were younger and got injured in the woods. Usually it feels like a wash of like cool water. This is more akin to a breeze, kind of just brushing up the leg and into the veins, and you watch the wound stitch itself back together, the blood stops, and actually cleans itself too.
That is really effective.
thanks.
And it's all... Oh, it's a hell of a lot better than the first aid kit I usually have to use.
Well, if I stick around, I don't know really how to say. I'm not really words, honestly. I kind of
Yeah.
run my mouth a lot, and it gets me punched. But I think you're a cool person, and I don't really have a lot of people in the area to do jobs with. So, if you like, I wouldn't mind another.
I mean, we haven't finished this one yet, but... we'll see where it goes.
I speak with some of my mind.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. This went pear-shaped real fast, but... we could still recover it. We've got a couple of days.
Well, if you give me a pen and paper, I can write out everything. I saw.
Don't have much in the way of pens and paper, aside from little scraps, but once we get where we're going, maybe.
I should probably face the road. If I get pulled over again, I'm
Yeah, please.
Shit.
Get fined for
Also,
not looking at
what the
road.
hell? Is it your motorcycle that's doing this?
Huh? What
Is
do you
it
mean?
Mac? Yeah,
Driving straight?
yeah.
Oh, I told you. She got a mind of her own. I'm just here, honestly.
Oh.
Ain't that right? She kind
You
of
feel-
very.
You guys both feel the vehicle hum beneath you.
Can I make another
Shut up.
insight check, and can I use
for it.
intuitive motion to add the D4?
Indeed, you can.
Good. Insight plus intuitive motion, 18.
Okay. You actually hear like a light voice in your mind. It says, I do like you too. You have an interesting aura to you. You can hear me!
Wait, what the hell?
You can hear me! As you feel your little speakers connect to this bike. And both of you hear from each other with your respective feigned. Oh, they can commingle. And they each ask you, not each other. Do you want to commingle with them?
Aye, stop the bike. Mac, stop for half a second. Pull over.
But it pulls over to the side very comfortably.
Saren
There's
is going-
like no like forward momentum. It just slows right away.
Yeah. Mercury kind of disconnects, spins around on the bike so that she is fully facing Saren, and you have fame.
Is that what those are called?
That's commingling. Yes, I'd like to commingle. Say yes. Say yes.
I don't know what that means.
And you hear your Fane go, ah,
You
I
never
knew we were
explained
trained.
any of this.
Yes, sorry, we were attracted to these ones. We tried to bring them to you. Took a while.
What do you mean these? Okay, yeah, fine.
They're important.
What?
Commingling is communicating through us. It allows you to transfer thoughts with your direction.
Okay, that's an important part.
Yes. Don't worry, we'll not give any information you don't want us to give.
Okay. Sure. Commingle.
And
Whatever.
for a moment, you guys are looking at each other's faces. And it's weird, actually. Saren, looking through Mercury's eyes, the bike isn't just a bike. It looks different. You can actually see in the console, you understand it almost as if you would understand a face, and the different emotions that are being displayed by the little dials.
Autobots, roll
And
out. Sorry.
your vision switches back, and you two are now commingled.
Mercury
and-
just kind of.
Mercury, you immediately get kind of a message from your Fane. It says, "Oh, her Fane are interesting. They're magnetic. They draw Fane to them. Interesting."
Sense then why
Say again?
makes sense why we all found each other then, or at least if I
Possibly.
found her.
Part of it's also probably luck.
Mercury just kind of very tentatively over Fane. Hello?
Yep. You hear a very crisp, not quite the word, Saren, but the intention of, oh, like a greeting, hello, in Mercury's voice.
I felt that. Okay. And she tries very hard, maybe too hard, to think hello back, and it's like a shout.
Yeah, Mercury, you get a shouted hello in your mind. It, like, for a second, your vision just kind of like gets filled with like the word hello.
Oh, sorry, I overdid that.
That's okay.
Hello.
Oh my god. I didn't think that was anybody else. I thought I had these brain bugs. No offense, but
They are kind of brain
Again.
bugs.
Taken.
Where did you pick yours up? Was it this? And she points at the motorcycle. Was it Mac?
no, no, it wasn't.
Which, by the way, Matt goes, I wouldn't do that to her.
Okay, that's good to know.
No, near death experience.
Oh, that
Let's just say it was a really bad day, and
Yeah.
a lot of really weird shit happened.
yeah. Okay, yeah.
You both hear from the Fane, weird is what we do.
Yeah, no kidding.
No shit.
For the record, I got my brain bugs when I picked this up, and she shows you the hilt of the sword that she carries.
Wait a fucking minute.
I put a hand
You
on
picked
this,
it-
and it just all of a sudden voices in my head.
You picked up something. I picked up this, and Darren, fuck! I'm gonna kick myself in the head, I swear to God.
How? Sarah isn't even your character.
I know, it's because there is a certain name that sounds very familiar that is a character that is close to Mercury, and that's what I keep switching to.
Oh, this is
Anyways, it just sounds familiar. But anyways, Mercury kind of reaches into her pocket and pulls out this weird-looking crystal. And I was exploring one. It was a pretty old place, but I was exploring and I found this instead of what I was looking for. And I touched it, and I got them. And
Which-
I haven't been able to get rid of this thing ever since.
For the record, from our perspective, she's holding Gabriel's crystal. Ha!
The brain bugs are sticky little things.
I was exploring an old room, really, and
Oh,
bad tip, a really bad tip. I was looking for something, and a lot of other people, I guess, were looking for it too. And there was a tuffle, there was explosives, and yeah. And she kind of rolls up her sleeve and tugs down one riding glove, and you see that her left hand, all the way up to the elbow, is metal.
I mean that makes some kind of sense given the linking with Mac here.
Aye.
The alternative sounds uncomfortable. Your leg too, or
Yeah, almost up to my hip.
Uh.
It feckin' hurt. But
yeah,
luckily I have a radio, and I'm not dumb enough to not let people know where I'm going.
Mm.
So, my friends found me, but by then it was too late.
Well, I mean, at least you were able to get help.
Yeah, and my mum's great. After a few years with pretty bum prosthetics, she pulled some strings, got me some nice ones,
Mhm.
and then I met Mac, and we've been best friends ever since.
Yeah. Sounds kind of nice, at least that part.
So, where'd you find that then?
In an old shoebox.
Can I look at it a little closer if that's okay?
Careful with it. Actually, let me just... And since they're pulled over on the side, Saren's gonna kind of twist the hilt, and as a bonus action, hits a little button, and suddenly, whoosh, a blade appears made out of light. Kind of bluish purple and glowing. Faintly translucent, but it is not a physical sword.
That's incredible.
Kind of twists and turns and then whoosh, brings it back. Yeah, it cuts pretty good, at least.
Old shoebox, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So, I guess not as exciting as yours, but...
Are you kidding? That's way better than mine. I mean, I don't think if it weren't for this, I'd be able to do magic even. I had something that helped me do magic, but it disappeared. I found this.
Huh.
It's weird. I tried getting rid of it, but every time it fucking comes back. So now I'm kind of stuck. I don't mind though. I've been curious. I've been trying to do research to figure out what it is, but nothing I find. Anyhow, do you wanna maybe keep the
Hello?
the bugs?
Sorry.
It's alright.
Hey,
Keep the bugs?
To ourselves.
Probably. I mean, usually when you go around saying, oh, I hear voices in my head, it's either really weird magic or something really bad. Either way.
Yeah.
Not something that
Best
I'd
not.
talk about.
Alright.
Okay.
Well-
the others are probably wondering if you got another ticket. Let's try and catch up.
Fair enough. Put on your helmet and pretty much just kind of fuses back into the bike. Gives Mac a pack and a pat. And just let's get at her.
Pitter patter.
Pitter
Get
patter.
at her.
All right. Anything important I should know was revealed?
Talked a little bit about how they each got there, Fane, but you were there for that, I think. I don't
Just wanna
remember
make sure.
which part you jumped out at.
The sword was found with an old shoebox.
Yep, that's about all that was said on that front. Saren demonstrated the sword blade ability, and then put it away. So, we're on
She has a note. Mercury. Your Fane really like the sword. I think it's very pretty.
Good to know.
Alright, so, as you guys pull into the Chimera Den, seeing Roddy's car, as you're once more on a more pleasant note, stopped. You head up to the bar, and Roddy, go ahead and describe the Chimera Den for me.
Chimera Den is your standard sports bar.
Kind of messed up right now, but
A little bit messed up. There's like a broken pool table. No big deal, but there's like, pool tables in the back. A lot of seating because generally this is where the Chimera Ultras hang out. So there's a lot of them. So we have to have a venue that can accommodate. So it is a fairly large venue. There's a sort of U-shaped bar pressed up against the side. Fairly large couple of drink containers and quite an impressive drink bottle rack, but looking like a couple of them have been pulled off for various uses and are not there anymore. At the bar currently is a half drow woman, sort of tending the bar, and sitting probably somewhere at on the other side of the bar is an Air Genasi male.
So, for the record, Elena, the drow, is at the bar, kind of just doing her usual thing, preparing for the night. Elgin actually seems to have just taken a break from the cleaning up.
Yeah.
Mostly the glass. He's got a nice bruise under one eye.
Nice shine.
But he kind of raises his hand to wave to you guys. You bring in guests, or
Yeah.
Elena kind of in front of him,
this
did
is
you make any money yet?
Hello.
Hello.
not
Did you make any
yet.
money yet?
It's a 3-day job, and this day kind of went pear-shaped.
Don't worry, we're co-workers, and I can reassure you that he is working on making money.
We got
Okay.
shot at.
Yeah.
Oh,
Elena
you
kinda
two are
like-
here.
Elena kind of like narrows her eyes at you. Sabriel, have you ever been to this bar before? A sports bar downtown?
Probably.
Yep. She kind of points at you and just goes, "You seem familiar. Were you here with Deratrin? Oh, the sunglasses.
Yes, I might have been.
Interesting. Okay. Oh, good to see you. Hope you treated you well.
Very
Around a
nice.
lot.
boy.
No offense. Just get around a lot. Hey, did you guys get like broken into or something?
Huh?
Oh,
Glass everywhere.
There's,
Everything's broken.
there are like a couple smashed teeth. Yeah, like Sky, there are a couple
The
smashed
two of them
teeth and a broken
glance at
tooth.
Roddy.
Listen, I may have put someone through Listen, I didn't mean to put him through the pool table. He struck first.
Yeah, I
That's
wasn't
an
gonna bring it
overkill.
up, but the last time I was here, the things were more intact.
You have hands like hams. Just hit him. You don't have to smash things.
Is
It's not
that
like
why?
overkill.
Listen,
Oh,
Oh.
yes, he does.
That's why he's
Okay.
that.
Kind
listen,
of just silences. But
listen.
are you guys
they
at
were
least gonna
from
sit down and have a drink?
Yeah.
Oh,
they-
can you mix cranberry juice and orange juice, please?
Oh, for sure.
Thank
Oh,
you.
She mixes one immediately and says, "Do you want it spiked or?"
Oh, no.
All right. She slides it down to you and as you guys all kind of settle to the bar. Does anyone abstain?
You got milk?
Oh no.
I can't give you a tall glass, but I can give you like a small cup. It's cream.
You got sugar?
Yes. Brown sugar.
Can I have brown sugar and cream, please?
Sure. She pours like almost like a not a shot glass, but like a rocks glass. Slides it down with like a small tray of like brown sugar cubes.
He'll put,
Wonderful.
Roddy will put whatever money he has down. And it's just like, just comp me for a beer.
Saren
You've had a long day. It's fine.
kind of looks at
Thank
what
you.
Mercury has, looks over. Any chance of hot milk and sugar, and do you have cinnamon?
I can definitely do that. and she like starts, and you see she's a brilliant bartender. You kind of know the stereotype that drows are dexterous, as many elves are. Her hands move like lightning. Immediately, like there's like 3 bottles in the air, as well as 1 jug of milk. As she takes like a liquid brown sugar that she mixes in at the top of a rocks glass. Puts actually 1 ice cube as well as heated milk poured into it, and then melts 1 brown sugar cube into it.
Like
the ice
Roddy will look
cube.
at her. We'll look at her. Show off.
Very
I do.
impressive.
And then she like,
Saren,
and then hands like a small salt shaker with cinnamon.
He'll
Spices you
roll
like.
his eyes.
Saren,
There's a
Mercury is looking at you like you have hung the star. She is so
But I'm just-
fucking excited. Shut up. She kind of looks toward the bartender and just, can you do that to mine?
And after the first drink, you have to pay.
That's okay. I'll pay.
Oh, the first one's free.
Yes.
Oh, good. Give me something fruity and just a little bit of a shot in it, please.
Whiskey sour?
Sure.
All right. I'll put a little bit of sugar in it for you too.
She does make a good whiskey sour.
Not too much sugar.
I'll do a little bit of simple sugar then.
Lemon juice. Sorry.
Simple syrup. Sorry. And she just a very simple. She uses like a slight lime juice, mixed with like a lemony pomegranate. For the whiskey sour. Pours like just a hint of whiskey over top of an ice cube. So and then rubs the whiskey on the rim So it's not as much whiskey in it, but it will still taste like whiskey.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Can you guys tell I like bartending?
Yes.
This is how the Monster Hunter stuff has evolved.
Excuse
Have
me,
you-
ma'am. Do
You watch
have
how to
one of
make?
those-
I don't watch how to. I don't watch how to make, but I watch a lot of bartending channels. Yes, time.
Excuse me, ma'am. And Ray's just gonna. Do you have one of those little umbrellas?
She smiles at you, pulls out an umbrella that's got like a sports team on it.
Yeah.
Oh,
command,
I don't-
Yeah.
Oh, sports bar. Right.
Yes.
What's
It's
sport?
thematic.
Siege ball, blood bowl.
Oh, siege ball.
Huh?
Mm.
Anyone who's curious, go ahead and roll a history check. You can use charisma rather than intelligence if you'd like.
I knew a siege ball player once.
History.
Sure you did.
Fuck. Makes sense. My
Well,
kid doesn't like
ex-siege
sports.
ball player.
Sarah neither.
Ray, you know siege ball. It's a relatively violent sport. There's different leagues, but it's got a stereotype for it, kind of like some people who aren't from North America view football.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
It's kind of like if it was just the beaters of Quidditch on the ground.
Oh my god.
Deanne watches that. I don't like that stuff. That's weird. That's violent. But I like the umbrellas.
Elena immediately points at you and says, "Hey, don't you stereotype." There are some leagues, yes, they do stuff like that. Most leagues, really good rules. Still kind of violent, yes, but if you watch boxing, it's much worse.
I'll stop
Oh.
stereotyping if I get another umbrella for the road.
She places someone down in front of you.
Open
And she points at Roddy and just goes, "Cold beer?"
You know what I like?
She just
Cold
takes
beer,
it, like, without even looking, takes the beer, smacks the cap off on the counter behind her, and throws it into your hand.
Ah, you're a beauty.
Oh,
Thank you.
Don't you forget it.
Oh, I won't.
you can do a lot of stuff with those hands, huh?
Yeah, nice try. Swing the other way.
Hmm.
I'm used to your type, don't worry.
I mean, suit yourself.
Oh, I do. Pat you on the shoulder. You get a sense that she might be of a similar variety to you.
Don't mean to come across as flirty. I'm really not. You're very pretty.
Thank you. You seem very open-minded compared to most. Most people don't like drow as much as you seem to. But
I mean-
you seem quite the interesting type yourself.
Everybody's got a soul. Doesn't really matter the casing on top of it.
I
Look
can
at
drink to
guy,
that.
Too. I like you.
Kind of
We're
cool.
all just meat suits. And that's that.
That's a weirder way to put it. That's a
But
weirder
we're
way
such
to put it.
pretty meat suits, aren't we?
You're saying when your meat suit expires, can I get the leg and the arm?
No! That's my
What?
fucking leg and
What?
arm!
What?
It's a gift
What?
from me mum. You're not taking it.
Alright, and with this, we'll take a quick 5-minute break.
Uh,
Work settles, and you can count it as a short rest if you would like.
Yes.
So, we'll get back at the quarter hour. I'm fucking loving your characters, guys.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
really quick. Out of characters.
Yep, we're out of character. You
alignment-
got 5 minutes to relax.
alignments, because something tells me.
We will find out about alignments for those who have used it later.
Okay, because I'm gonna say something.
Because we're
has
still
told
figuring
me-
out characters, and nothing is set in stone yet.
Yep.
You can do post-session talks as well if we all want
Fair
to
enough.
vibe about that.
Yes.
what is your inclination right now, Sky?
Chaotic.
Of others, I think he means.
Yeah, of others. I mean,
others.
Yeah.
we
Some of
know what you
y'all-
are, Sky.
What's the
Some of
vibe?
y'all are
Chaos
bordering on
gremlin.
lawful, and
Again?
some of y'all I'm thinking are pretty lawful. Shit.
That
Not
might
Roddy.
just be me.
You can make your
Uh,
assumptions.
You probably have Roddy wrong.
I'm so wrong.
We'll get into details after session and as we get used to the characters. Don't worry.
Honestly, I haven't put an alignment on the character chart in so long now.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
same. I'm just really curious to see if any of you actually, though.
Yeah.
Because if so, yeah, Chaos Gremlin.
I had a vibe, and then I started getting more of a vibe, and now I'm just basing it off something.
Yeah, I'm into it. Honestly, I'm loving all your characters so far.
Well, I'm having
Also,
a blast.
I'm so interested in how that encounter went. That's not what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Uh,
Fuck.
Weird. Yeah, we're weirdly safe.
charm magic, charm magic.
No, not
Charm.
even safe. It's the breaking the back door. It's the just how every character interacted. I think the only one who went how I expected was Sabriel.
Mm.
Oh, that's fun.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I kind of liked playing crew chief of like sort of directing traffic. That was fun.
Oh yeah, it works well for you. You've played enough D&D that it actually works very well.
I really
Yeah.
like playing this character a lot.
Yes. I'm loving
I
all
love
these
my-
characters.
Oh god, I love
Roddy.
everyone here.
I love Roddy. Oh
Guys,
my god, I love
I don't know
Roddy.
how unintentionally our character composition worked really, really nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't try to guide you guys' characters at all. It's a very good composition.
Yeah, but like,
I-
we all ended up getting along with each other.
Also, I am.
To some extent.
I am. Okay,
Well,
here's
In general,
You and Mercury.
everyone has someone they get along with.
Yeah.
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 it's not real intense for everyone though.
Yes. Intense.
Good luck.
Yep. He's
Nessa, but a bit sluttier.
A bit.
a bit.
Mike, a bit.
I take umbrage with that. Sure.
Flirted with everyone in the party.
Here's a
I'll be
here's a
honest,
horny
only
nose.
Roddy.
He didn't flirt with me.
He's a
He didn't flirt with
whore and
me,
he knows it.
which is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Hey, guys,
I
you-
Only
think
flirted
we'll-
with Roddy.
I think we know who's
guys.
underage here.
Hey!
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Mercury knows you're bullshitting. Mercury knows
will
so
s-
much that you're bullshitting, but Mercury doesn't say anything.
Also,
Thank you, Mercury, for that.
yeah,
You're welcome.
Sabriel, by the way, in case you guys seen the 20, Sabriel has a custom background that I'm very pleased with. Philanderer.
Of
Oh.
course. Of fucking course.
Oh, quick question for everyone. Heights.
Yes,
5'10".
6'4".
Oh, god damn it. 5'9".
We'll go down the line. John?
6'4". Roddy
Sky?
I
is
thought it was
6'.
5. Oh,
Sky?
that was 6'5".
Yeah, he's
Sorry.
like 6'4", 6'5".
I'm 5'10".
Ariel?
5'9".
Every time. Devin?
Devin?
5'7".
Yeah! Alright, and Ty.
I'm half an inch taller than Devin!
Yeah, so Ariel, you're right in the middle.
For once.
For once, you're not the tallest or the shortest.
Shortest.
I'm never the tallest.
I know,
I
but
put
you know
5'7"
extreme,
and a
right in the middle.
half.
Oh, this apple is soggy.
Oh, no.
Well then.
Oh, gross.
Oh my god.
There is
I'm so
suffering
happy to
in
be
the
back on the
background.
computer though for the second half of the session.
Ugh.
God, I love it.
So fucking nasty.
We
Is it-
forgot to take my play with
Can we have a short nothing conversation during the little pause?
Yes.
Several.
Start back up,
several.
you guys already.
All right. Several will just look over to Mercury and it's like, can I ask about all the patches?
Huh? What do you mean?
On your jacket.
Oh, yeah, actually. Mercury gets very excited when you ask this.
Mm.
Which one do you want to know about?
Well, I guess I'll ask first. Does the Mercury name come first, or does the branding on the jacket come first?
Oh, the name. That's a long story. But no, name definitely first. The jacket, jacket came a lot later.
And the other one's on it.
Well, is from a lot of my friends actually. They kind of picked them out for me. We all
that's wonderful.
Yeah. She kind of starts pointing off like the UFO one is from a friend of hers who loves shit about aliens. Who she refers to affectionately as Neptune. There's the Mothman one. Friend?
Several like turns his head at the mention of Neptune. If this is going where I think it's going.
This is from my friend Neptune, who loves UFOs. This one, the Mothman's cryptid. It's from my friend Uranus, loves cryptids.
Okay, I see where this is.
And the big patch on my back is from Jupiter, actually.
There's a grinning nod. It's like, that's just adorable. I love it.
What you
Really
mean?
cool.
The theming you've all got.
Oh, the names!
Yes.
Yeah, uh-huh. Oh, we all known each other since we were kids.
It's like a spin-off of that one show, Sailor Faye.
Oh, I like that one.
Sorry. That caught me off
I
guard.
remember watching that one.
I watched that when I grew up. I loved it.
I still watch it. I have everything like sort of downloaded. It's really
Oh,
nice.
hold on 1 second, and he runs into a room nearby, like the washroom or something.
Okay.
He comes back out, full cosplay.
How?
I'm sorry, what the fuck?
Does the pose.
Ray points at the sweater and like the emblem is the Sailor Faye. The Sailor Faye. Look.
How did you do that so fast?
I have my own tricks.
No, that's so cool. You have to tell. Do you have like a little thingy majiggy that changes the clothes?
I'm good with makeup. That's
Can you
all.
help me make me one too?
Oh, I want to do
Unfortunate-
that.
This one's exclusive to me. I'm sorry.
Shit.
And he just the only thing is I don't. when I swap over, things move and shift. I don't want you to see anything you don't want to see. If you do want to see, well, I mean, you have
thank
my
you.
number. But he walks back around and comes back out in a different outfit. But
How many outfits do you have?
standard fare. He tilts his head. Quite a few.
On you at, like, all at once? You
Not.
strong enough to carry all of it?
They don't weigh much.
Looks like really light material. I think you're wearing a lot of polyesters, though.
Can I ask you a personal
Sabriel, you're almost
question?
offended at the idea that you would wear polyester.
Yeah.
It's really light. Oh, wait, no, this is linen? This is a nice linen, though. It's very nice.
Polyester is very rare in
Yeah.
the world because, like it or not, the Druids still had enough influence that natural materials are much preferred.
Thick. Are you a changeling?
He thinks. No, I don't think so. At least.
Cool.
Are you, and Ray does, I'm going back old Tuesdays, Ray does like a weird angel wing motion behind.
He thinks and goes. That's a complicated answer.
See Elena kind of raise an eyebrow. Look pretty clearly elfin to me.
Nods.
She like looks close at you. Bit a high elf. Strange. Can't sense the eternal soul. Huh. Weird.
Oh, you can just feel that about others.
Yeah, it's a skill I have. I got my own tricks, and she winks at you.
Winks
I'm
back.
an elf. I like to know when an elf is around,
Weird
though.
way of reading.
That's fair.
She's a bartender. She's very good at reading people.
Honestly, I think the fair comparison would be half elf.
Half elf? Really? Okay. Maybe I do
Yes.
swing a little bit your way then.
Oh,
Raise an eyebrow.
I don't, not huge on full elves. Not a prejudice.
Oh no, I'm anything but full.
I can see that. Speaking of, anyone want food?
Yeah.
you have chicken fingers?
I'll go in the
I'm
back and
s-
make myself something. It's fine.
I'm sorry to ask. Are you going to charge us? Part of us are doing the job for a reason.
I'll give you a good discount.
Alright.
Is it more than 0? Unless
Yeah.
anyone else is feeling just wonderful.
I'll comp you. It's fine.
I love you.
We
Do you have chicken
know.
fingers?
I do have chicken fingers.
You
And
are.
she gestures towards the Erdonos, and he gets up and starts heading to the kitchen.
This may be funny as you're an elf, but
Roddy
you're
also
an
heads
angel.
to the kitchen as well.
And she goes, "Good. You're cooking for them too. That's part of the comp."
That is part of the comp.
Ray's gonna lean
That's
over.
what I meant by comping.
Ray's gonna lean over to Sarah and Mercury. Like, what are they saying about swings? They can just like openly say they're like something, right?
It's a code for liking girls or liking.
Well, you can just say it. I don't know why swings have to be put into it.
I don't know because there's this thing too. It's called swingers. Yada 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 yada.
That's not where that goes.
And wider eyes.
Sabriel walks over. Actually,
I have to ask, Saren, what is your reaction to all of this? Okay, that answers it pretty well. Just a quiet sigh.
I just pull my mug of warm milk over and wait it out.
You get like a soft smile from the bartender as she just like slides you like a second glass.
Thank
Just no charge.
With a very. Oh shit! Saren, not Saren. Fuck!
This is really impressive.
I don't know why. Conrad, you know why. That's the thing.
I do vaguely know why, yes.
Yes.
This is
But anyways,
unprecedented.
Mercury pretty much fucking almost jumps up and goes, looks at the bartender and goes, "Do you have a piece of paper?"
How big?
Big.
Okay.
Yes, it's
She actually
big.
hands you like almost like a bar mat. That's
And the
like almost like Jack Astor style. And then hands you this like again sports themed like device to put on your finger. And as she draws on it, it acts like a tablet with like a touchscreen.
Aye, neato.
Clearly magical, not technological.
From memory, Mercury's pretty much gonna fucking speed writing with the force of a fucking demon everything that she could remember from that book.
Yeah, you do perfect ledgers. It basically once you take a second to actually read it. Seems to be for the past 2 months for him.
And like, it is weird when she was doing this, man. Like, she's not looking at the page; she's looking almost at the ceiling, just writing as she goes. But somehow the lines manage to be straight.
And from those who would have seen it briefly, mostly Ray, it's like a perfect replica.
Ray's gonna take a closer look, seeing any disparities, seeing if there was a spike in anything, etc., etc.
Go ahead and make an intelligence check with advantage.
Alrighty.
This is all the ledgers that I could
To be
see.
clear, an intelligence skill check of your choice. Never mind, you are fucking good.
Oh!
Okay,
Yeah.
hold on. Gotta switch to the other map so I can read the details of that. Okay, these ledgers, as you kind of look deeper into it, very clearly falsified. If you had taken a glance, you wouldn't have known, but the math doesn't add up, and he's made about 3,000 more gold pieces in the past 2 months, more than he should have with no source.
That's what
It's
it was.
hidden very well with like little tax rates. Basically, the tax doesn't add up to what it should. He paid tax on less, and the difference is $3,000.
What'd
But
you
he didn't
see?
pay tax on.
Mercury.
Aye?
It wasn't even the computer. It was this. This
Yeah.
is that he's making way too much money.
Really? How much?
You got a smoking gun
3,000
on the man.
3,000 gold. But the thing is,
goodness.
But
And
the
Roddy's
thing is,
gonna
though-
come out. Did you find a smoking gun?
yes. But the thing is, though, Mercury, this isn't proof.
Proof?
This one's not proof because it's your writing, so we can falsify it and we can incriminate him, and that's very, very illegal. His would be proof.
Then we have to go back and get his.
But this also lets us know that he is doing it. So even if we don't go the direct route of finding the originals of this, we can move forward knowing that, and there should be other traces of it.
We know what to look for, but the thing is, he knows our faces.
So, you guys know that technically at this point, you now legally have the equivalent of probable cause. You are now able to act as authority if you would like, in a situation that you're working for the labor force, and they take responsibility for what you do. So, you are now able to arrest if you would like. You are now able to get into a
Apprehend.
scuffle, apprehend, capture, leave an accusation, enter without permission. You are now legally allowed to do all of those.
We have probable cause. That's all
We
we
have our
need.
freedom.
Here's the
Oh, can we kick in the door?
Not today.
Do we have to?
Not today.
Also, maybe not tomorrow, and we should probably do it slightly respectfully. But
I
I
will-
think maybe some property damage wouldn't be bad.
Also,
we need handcuffs.
what you said too. He knows our faces. I can maybe help with that.
How many can you change?
He thinks it's like depends on how much makeup I have.
Oh, I can do that too then. If I need, can I borrow your kit?
Here's a thing. He knows our faces, he also knows our vehicles.
We could go at the bottom of the hill and
Oh,
climb up
don't worry
instead
about
this
that.
time. Because we
Mm.
went like right to his front door instead. If we go to the bottom of the hill and apprehend him, then one of us could drive up. Roddy could run down and drive up. If he's apprehended, then we're fine.
Alright, so
I suppose.
Also,
We could also just catch a cab or something and leave the vehicle nearby.
That's true.
We need handcuffs. Stuff that can block against magic, just in case. We don't really know.
what
Or
we're
we
dealing with here.
Just kind of put him
I-
to sleep somehow. Although I don't have the means for that. I don't know if any of you do.
We could just get some
No.
rope
I
too.
mean, I know one way.
We're not gonna kill him.
No,
Yeah,
not
Roddy.
like that.
Roddy, you see an evil grin from Elena.
Aye, we knock him out. I agree.
Wait, wait.
He's looking at the siege ball bat up on the because like you know how like a lot of sports bars keep like bats and stuff like up on the bars. He's like I know a way.
Yep.
Sabriel, actually, this may seem a little bit rude and something just to ask. Do you have handcuffs?
He thinks for a second. He's like, not on me.
Smiles and pulls up hair.
Oh!
Mercury, Roddy,
Yeah.
Mercury follows your gaze, sees the bat, looks back at you, and the grin on her face is nothing short of maniacal.
Please, can I
You-
request less physical trauma than necessary?
one
You got that
other
from
thing.
me.
Yeah.
Elena
What's
flexes
up?
the cuffs.
Hey, one other thing. We need to be able to get past the dogs. I'd prefer not to hurt them.
I still don't know why you have
That as well.
I snuck past them once, but I don't know if anyone can do that.
Here's the thing. He can't stay in his home all day.
But there's nothing to actually be able to hack into to be able to get to know his pattern. We have 3 days. We don't have a way to get through a routine. And to get any information like that, it would be practically impossible. Unless we
Aye.
just wait it out until he's at
Yeah.
the foot of the hill.
Aye. Do you have a high-pitched whistle?
No.
Like a dog whistle, you
You
know?
can go buy one if you need to. You guys.
Can I?
It might be enough to disorient them.
You have a
Sorry,
point.
what's up, Aro?
I was thinking that what she was referring to was the ability to whistle very, very loudly, not the
Oh, okay.
actual object, so never mind.
And I will remind you guys, in this game, you each kind of have an ability to kind of go like once per session, like, oh, let's simplify this if you want.
Okay.
You guys can always go like, hey, I have one of these on hand, just to make things easy for yourselves. But each of you gets one of that per session.
Okay, cool.
Do any of you have like a dog whistle or something like that? It might be enough just to shake them up a little. Not hurt them, but enough that they'll be too preoccupied.
I'm... Alright, here's the thing. They're hunting dogs. They're trained. I haven't worked a lot with hunting dogs, per se, but I might know a few tricks here and there. I've done some hunting, but...
I'm guessing you've worked with animals before?
Yeah, a bit. Here and there.
Do you know what they'd be trained to hunt?
Typically, they're going to be either trackers or they're trained to flush or retrieve. Alright, so in hindsight, would I be able to guess at any likely
Yeah,
commands?
you can give me...
Also...
Give me either a nature or an animal handling check.
Also, would I be able to guess at whether he probably taught them commands in Common for the sake of selling them more easily, or perhaps in Draconic because maybe native language?
Give me that check and I'll let you know.
Alright, nature
He
or animal
was
handling?
getting them under control when we were there.
Yeah, but... animal handling, nope, I'm rolling very poorly. 12.
You did hear him give commands in common.
Okay.
Again, ease of selling, you're correct there.
Yep.
You also know that the type of dogs that are more likely to be trained, kind of due to how common tracking magic is, and how hunting is, one way or the other. Most hunting dogs that are sold commonly, as opposed to trained personally, are to restrain, to keep an animal from running away, keeping prey from running away, or if the owner is being attacked, to keep the attacking animal away while the owner can escape.
Makes sense, given what they were doing.
Yeah.
So they're guarding hunting dogs.
Kind of.
Kind of, yeah.
They catch and they hold.
Alright, the reason why I ask is 'cause I could turn into a squirrel.
Oh,
Huh.
really?
That could distract them. Or get you in, like, a close window.
I could be a squirrel, or a deer, or a bear, or a giant spider.
Are you a druid?
Druid?
Yeah,
Neat.
thank you
Alright.
very much.
I would recommend something with a lot of speed and, They're probably not going to be as excited by squirrels. If they're properly trained, they're gonna know not to go after something willy-nilly. They probably are gonna have to be commanded.
Also, if they bite down on the squirrel, does that not mean they're biting down on you?
Yeah, that's alright.
Let's
Well-
avoid that, please.
Well, if the dog's trained not to go after squirrels, a squirrel getting into a house is less inconspicuous than a person getting into the house.
It's an assumption on my part. Also, I saw
No,
that
you're right.
one younger dog, and I don't know.
Would also know, Sky, one option you have as well is giant badger. As well as a giant wolf spider, a panther, and some small dinosaurs.
Honey badger, don't keep
Or a
a
boar.
fuck. Does Velociraptor count as a smaller dinosaur?
I don't think it was a Oh yeah, Velociraptor, there we go. Yep. And you can actually turn into it. Keep in mind, it is a tiny, therefore smaller than 2 feet.
That's fine. It just makes me very happy that I can turn into one.
Very fair.
I am blue.
Yep. And you have a lot of history knowledge, so you have enough knowledge of prehistoric animals to turn into them.
That makes me very happy, sorry. I could
Oh,
turn
also
into
wolf. I missed wolf.
I could turn into something really tiny, sneak in, and grab the papers and get out. Guys really don't want to do the hurting option.
I prefer not to, again, hurt anyone we don't have to.
But with probable cause, we may need to apprehend him.
You guys do get a far greater reward if you bring him in.
Yeah,
Mm,
that is the thing.
More money.
It's basically it's about 25 gold pieces for information leading to arrest.
Mhm.
But if you do the arrest, it's 150 to 200 gold pieces.
I mean, if they probably have reasons to be giving that much of a bonus. They'd be doing it anyways if we brought proof.
I mean, he's a
Yeah, so-
former knight.
Also, for this is a cultural history thing. You guys would know just growing up around here. The investigative force, the one who gives these missions to the labor force, they are investigators. They are not police officers. It's basically a culture of civilian responsibility to apprehend someone. It's basically the extra cost is to prevent them from having to hire someone else to do it, and transferring probable cause or having to do it themselves. It saves them much money to make the same people who found the information do it for them.
Okay.
And it would probably be more likely too, because he might get edgy and careful if suddenly his papers are gone.
Yeah, let's.
We need to apprehend him.
We're gonna have to do this all at once.
I'm not. For the record, I am not highly skilled in hurting people,
It's okay. You can help.
Fine.
That's
but
alright.
I can improve your odds of doing so.
That's fine.
That's
Everyone needs.
awesome.
That's good.
Okay.
Every crew needs a combat medic.
I can throw a little bit of fire and I can do a little bit of shock, so though that's usually people ask for it first.
If you would rather help and support, then that's perfectly fine.
That's all right.
Aye, speaking
Yeah, but I
of
was fucking
combat,
drinking when you said that.
Roddy,
Yeah.
I saw how you were looking at the guns earlier. Do you know how to use them?
I've used a couple. Yeah.
Can you teach me?
Sure, I can.
There's another maniacal grin.
So,
Wonderful.
I guess for the sake of whenever we do this, if you stay closer to me, then I might be able to give some cover occasionally to someone. Also, if you're
Define
really close,
cover.
if something hits you, it hits less hard.
I would appreciate that if you could bear me.
If you stay a little bit closer to me, unfortunately, I'm gonna use the word bright, and that will probably hurt you, so I'm going to step a little bit further back and go a little bit more forefront.
Oh, that's your flavor. Okay.
Okay.
I tend to stay up close. I can do distance if I need to, but I'm better at running in and out of things. Also, if anybody needs a really fast escape, if you're within reach, I can get you out of somewhere as long as I have the moment to do it.
Yeah, that was
Again,
really impressive. Thank you.
Welcome.
very much
mean-
so. If I don't mean to sound needy, but I can't take a hit very well.
That's alright.
If you see me in trouble, just please.
Okay.
I promise I'll lay off the forwardness if that'll convince you.
Saren, give me an insight check, by the way,
Alright.
on Sabrio.
Yep. 15.
Looking at him, kind of watching him move, etc., you've kind of gotten used to sizing people a bit. He's thin, not sickly per se, but he is very light and very fragile looking.
Willowy.
Yeah, willowy is a good word for it, actually. As well.
Great
You can
ass,
see
though.
that- Sorry,
What?
I didn't actually hear what you
I
said. sorry.
heard it.
I have
heard it.
assumptions. I
Got
have
a great
assumptions.
ass though.
Oh, yeah. There also, if you care to look there, yeah. But
Latin
no,
is
but
one bob.
and his hands specifically are thin-fingered, very brittle, almost like
Thank you.
sticks.
Well, that's one difference at least.
I could do some. Are we gonna do this today, or are we gonna do it tomorrow?
I would prefer tomorrow.
What if we do it tomorrow night? He's probably asleep. We get him later in the night, and wait, who can see in the dark?
Nope.
Sabro raises his hand.
Eh?
Oh no. Then
I
maybe evening? Maybe he's settling down a little bit. He's not as on edge. Maybe if we were planning another attack, he would assume for the morning. We do a quick. catch me off guard.
Maybe took a drink or something.
People have whiskey for dinner, usually. Sometimes, I don't know.
If you, I can do something, but I kind of have to show you.
Several leans over to Ray and just like, dear, I appreciate the attempt. You're not the most convincing. We know.
Shut up.
Don't worry, I won't. Just, you don't have to try too hard, okay?
Ray, really quick as a note, you do also know you have the light spell, which is you can touch an object, and the object can go wherever it wants.
Oh yeah.
And still produce about 40 feet radius of light total.
I forgot I was an asthma. Well, if we may want to do light, we could cover it, but I can make something of yours like glow, or I can make something of mine glow, and you can hold it.
I've got glowing covered to some extent.
Okay.
So if we have to go at
What
night,
do you glow?
I don't glow. Something I have glows.
Oh,
How much glow?
A lot of glow.
yeah.
Like obvious glow?
Like
Or-
obvious glow. If you give me a few seconds before we go in, I can tone it down, but it takes some time.
We can get a blanket. If I cast my spell, we can get a blanket and cover it up, and it should go away.
I've got a blanket. It's mostly an emergency blanket, so I don't know if it would work, but
It's thick. Is it opaque?
it's an emergency blanket.
Yeah, so you would know that you
It
can
is.
cover the light spell specifically. You can cancel the glow with like a blanket. Your lighting option though, Ariel, it covers it mostly if you put something over it. It's not as easy to hide.
Yeah, frankly, my thing I would probably only want to pull out if we're actually getting into trouble, so,
Okay. Then we can do my thing, if you want to. Of course, if you're only comfortable.
yeah, sure.
I have something that glows, but if we're doing it tomorrow, I can always show you. If that's alright.
Alright, here's the thing. I only need one hand, if it comes to a fight. If we need to have some kind of flashlight, some kind of glowing object, I could hold that in my other hand.
Do you have a
though
bracelet?
It does concentrate a lot of light in one place. No, I don't.
Can I just also ask, no, you have an emergency blanket on you?
Yeah.
What are you, from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Plains?
Just gives him a look. It's basic. Well, I mean, it's for emergencies. It's basic survival protocol. You have a first aid kit, emergency blanket. You keep, and she starts rifling through her backpack. Crowbar, hammer, tinderbox, water skin.
Several raises eyebrows.
Got some rope in here.
What do you do? What's your job?
Do you explore?
She shrugs. No, I didn't grow up in the city. I grew up well outside, and I know how to pitch a tent and survive.
Oh,
And habits, I guess.
a nature girl.
Kind of.
It's really cool if we ever have to go into like the wilderness or something. You would help out a lot.
Yeah. I'm not as good as some, but yeah. Camping trips happened growing up, so.
Maybe you'll have to take us on one.
I
You like to camp?
I think you'd break, honestly.
And he puffs his cheeks out. Well,
Oh, camping would be fun. I haven't seen the sky a lot without light pollution. I live mostly city center.
Oh, it's great without that.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in years. I would really like to see it again.
I've seen things like that before. I'd like to see it in person.
You said you like camping, yeah?
Well, I mean, I'm used to it. I guess I don't really see it in the way of people here talking about it. Oh, I went camping for vacation over a weekend, whatever. And it's more a matter of knowing how to survive if something goes really wrong. You know?
Yeah.
So you're like one of those cool ranger survivalists.
Not really. Again, it's not to that extreme. It's more, just making sure I knew what to do, making sure that.
Look, I'm on the opposite end of the extreme, so as far as I'm concerned, you're just very impressive.
Where have you camped before? Have you camped in desert? Have you camped on mountains?
Mostly mountains and forest. Never went as far as the desert or anything.
Oh, pitching tents on a desert is pain in the ass.
I can only imagine.
I mean, there's
Yeah,
tribes in the desert and such.
I'm a lot better
Oh,
with, like...
sand gets everywhere.
I'm a lot better at things like, trees and rocks, really.
Yeah, there's well, if you like camping, you should come with.
Sorry, what was it?
If you like camping, well, not camping, but you should come with me. Time.
Oh, you go out camping a lot, or?
Expeditions, I guess.
Oh, right, you mentioned expeditions for what? Like, quick little feign over to Mercury, like what I did to these?
And Mercury feigns back. Archaeology.
And you guys watch as like halfway through the conversation, they both just go like a little bit quiet for some reason and just give like a significant look to each other.
Sabriel, is it just you or are they making faces at each other?
I think they're making faces at each other, yes.
They're making faces at each other.
The other three separately all feel like a slight wiggle in your mind of like, oh.
Ray out loud just goes, oh?
Oh?
Oh,
What?
oh,
What else?
sorry. My dad, he's an archaeologist. That goes times.
Are you two talking to each other?
No.
In your
Without us
heads?
hearing?
I mean, clearly,
No.
right now, yes, we're talking out loud.
No, to each other, in your heads.
Yeah.
No.
No, why?
Like without
That's
moving your lips, and you just hear each other's thoughts.
No.
That'd be crazy. What are you on about?
Insight.
Exactly.
Insight.
Insight.
Pretty sure you have to
Um,
cast a spell to do
nope.
that, and I have got no spells whatsoever.
Give me deception the other two.
Minus
Fuck,
one!
You got past Ray.
Fuck!
Oh, that wasn't meant to be an advantage, but I think it's
It's 13 for you.
13,
You
yeah.
still can see through both of them.
Sebri-
That being said, Sebriel, you immediately hear in your mind like, huh, I knew I liked them. Kind of strange though. Guys.
Are they the ones from the stories like that?
Wait, what? What are they saying?
This is in his own head.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe. Now they don't seem like the type.
Can we try? How did they do it? Do you remember?
All three voices are gonna speak at once, and the center one just kind of like shushes them like, we can try to connect.
Do it.
Alright. And the other two in your mind both here. Would you like to commingle?
Mercury falls off her chair.
The mug of hot milk slams down onto the countertop and sloshes a little bit. But
You do hear it!
You have the brain bugs!
They're
Brain bugs?
Everyone's brain in the room goes, brain bugs.
they're called Fane, technically.
oh, damn it, no! And she puts her head down on her arm on the counter. No.
Sarah, you just say like, unfortunately we attract those like us.
Why? No!
Alright.
Not that one!
You don't have to like him. But he can't be a bad person. Trust me, we have
Okay.
ways of telling.
Alright. There's no way that I have them and you have them. She
There's a
points
smile
to
on his
Saren.
face.
And you have them. She points to Sabriel. And these two don't feckin' have them. So, and Mercury's just gonna feign out. Do you want to fucking commingle?
And it is. You want to fucking commingle too.
Oh, yours even have the accent. That's wonderful.
Yes?
Don't make me do the accent, please, Devin.
What the fuck is
And they
going
talk
on?
in it all the time.
the fucking commando?
I'm gonna keep the characters deep in backwards.
Ray's gonna like. Ray's gonna like think to their fingers like, only if they're nice.
Oh, if they weren't nice, they wouldn't have me. Well, if they were bad, they wouldn't have me.
Okay, sure.
And everyone here is replicated from everyone. Would you like to commingle?
Yes!
Oh, I don't want to let
Does
any more
anyone
in.
disagree?
No.
To anyone specifically?
No.
No.
No more.
You each get a negative from Saren. But
Except
The rest
for
of you.
Mercury, I think.
Yeah, Mercury.
Mercury,
was
you've already got
there.
connection to her.
Saren's like, okay, one is handleable. and then everybody else, and it's like, oh no, oh no, oh no, overload, nope.
Yeah, so you don't have to agree to commingle.
Yep, she does not agree to commingle yet.
Mercury gives
The rest
a
of you
very
immediately
kind-
are just like swapped through each other's vision in a very jolting experience.
Ooh.
Each of you see like the difference in when you switch to those with dark vision and those without. The shift is strange. When you switch into Sabriel's vision, everything has this like slight like highlight to things that are important. Your eyes are almost drawn to too many things at once. When you guys are brought into Roddy's vision, you don't see lights and darks so much as you see things that move a lot better. And when you look into Mercury's vision, it's very everything almost has like a slight pattern to it. You know, patterns stand out far more. And finally, you slip to Ray's vision. People are kept track of very well, and their surroundings also stand out far more than they should. But things that don't move in the room are far more apparent than they were in Roddy's vision.
Mhm.
And eventually, you're all like shunted back into your minds.
Okay.
Oh, it's just like oh my gosh, oh my goodness.
Elena
Okay.
is just looking confused at what the fuck is going on.
Mercury's gonna get up off the floor, sit down
Elena,
next to
you
Saren.
remember how I told you how I spent a couple of months in there? And he's referring
Yeah?
to...
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a...
Brain
Well-
bug?
Yeah.
Is it contagious?
No, I don't think.
Okay.
I mean, it was given to me, so
Yeah, they are weird there.
yeah.
There's a pause and several kind of like leans over past Mercury to Saren. It's like, any particular reason? I don't want to pressure you. Just
Fingers kind of tighten a little bit on the mug.
You can take your time.
you don't need the answer.
It is a lot all at once, you know. That's all.
It's like 3 people talking at once, too. I understand.
So, what do they sound like to all of
They sound like your voice, maybe a bit echoey.
No, I mean yours, specifically. To you.
There's a pause, and it's like, well, from my understanding, usually you hear one of them.
Aye.
And it's a kind of an echo of your thoughts and things.
Feels almost like an instinct.
Aye.
To turn left, or to move into this alleyway, or to
Okay, I guess more importantly,
Right.
how long have each of you had them?
probably
So I was
Months?
18.
on this plane, technically.
On this plane? Okay, you're explaining that next.
Since
3
I was
years?
18.
3 years.
A few months.
Nods.
2 months. Maybe 1 or 2, 3.
5 years?
3 years.
What about you?
Since birth.
Whoa.
Really?
Really?
Nods. I
Where?
know how people get them. They come from places. They're little things of thought that are here and there, but I've just always had them.
What
That's
about your
really cool.
parents?
And none of mine up here know or have gained the knowledge of how that could be.
So, about your parents, do they?
He he kind of like bites his lip for a second. It's like, they're my parents. Why do you ask?
Genetic?
Well, if you were born with them, maybe during labor,
Shakes his head.
so they don't have them? Or you don't know?
As far as I know, my parents do not have them.
You hear a
Fair
confirmation
enough.
from your mind that they're free from us.
You said usually, and you're understanding you only hear one. To hear more than that?
No, just that. Well, up until now, we hadn't heard each other's.
Mm-hmm.
Roll deception.
Mercury's calling bullshit.
Ooh.
Yeah. Nope.
If you want to try to make a sleight of hand check for guidance, you may.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, DC 15.
Alright.
You see him like trying to cast a quick spell, as he says this, Mercury.
Mercury grabs at your wrist. Don't.
There's a pullback, and it's not a strong pullback.
Mercury lets you go regardless. She doesn't want to hold you.
You can tell the truth. I feel like we all can trust each other to a point. At least to know each other's safety. Sorry, Saren.
It's
But
all
at
right
least
to
you know
be
the-
here.
Yeah. If you want to talk, you can. If you don't want to talk, you don't have to. Same with Saren. It's like same with all of us.
Elena and Elgin have given you guys some space to talk. Sorry, Eleanor, not Elena. I keep calling her Elena. No? Elena. Sorry. John, you have a lot of very similar names in your characters.
Who are
Sorry,
you?
Elena, not Eleanor. Elena and
Um,
Elgin both step away to give you guys
Yeah.
some space to talk.
And his father, Eli, and his mother, Edith.
No.
Look,
Um,
it's all
Elgin
right
and
if you
Elena.
hear.
fine.
Voice.
But if I tell you, then you have to tell me what you held back on when we first met.
Well,
Sound fair?
hold back on.
What you are, what your race is, what led to you being the way you are, genetically.
Huh.
If I tell you my age, can I ask why you're so interested in that?
There's a feign over to there's a feign over to Ray. It's like, look, I said we all know, but maybe don't say it out loud in the bar.
I'm drinking apple juice.
Yeah. She isn't drinking anything alcoholic, bro.
And just shakes it. It's like, very well.
All right, fine. I'll tell you what I know. Go on then. You first.
He taps the side of his face and just, would you trust me to let you go first? It's simply if my inkling about it is right, I might have more to say on it with mine.
All right. I honestly don't know. I wasn't lying. Both my parents are tiefling, and my grandparents, and far and back. But I did a lot of digging. Still, really can't find any lineage wise. But my
And-
kind, we pop up sporadically.
And you're not adopted?
No. No. Very much got the same facial features as my mum, and the build too, but it's just all the colours are wrong. I don't have horns, I don't have a tail.
He tilts his head. Are you asthma?
No. That I know for sure.
Is it like a recessive gene?
I don't know.
Both you and Sabriel make history checks. Sabriel with advantage.
Okay.
Could he guidance if he's thinking on it?
Yeah, so forgot to mention it. Yeah, so basically, any time that you would have an action's worth, and you're not trying to hide the fact you're getting guidance, you can do so. But it is obviously a spell unless you're trying to hide it.
All right.
Ah, feck, there go my lights. They fell.
20? Okay. Yeah, so you know obviously the whole Genasi Tiefling Asmar. It's not generational, but it can be genetic. Every family has its own trends. It pops up semi-randomly. Sometimes it pops up to a consistency that's not once every generation. Especially mixed families, Sabriel, specifically. Anytime those races mix, it's very rare to get a human child. But it leads to off-brand Genasis very often. So you can have only air Genasi in your family, and if enough Tieflings and Asmars get mixed in, you might end up with a water Genasi or a fire Genasi without any connection.
He thinks you're not too far off with recessive genes. It's
I know I'm Genasi. I know that much. It's kind of obvious.
It's really cool.
You don't strike me as the usual fare, though, is all.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, no.
My
Umbrella,
bloodline
actually.
weird.
History check.
Another
'Cause
one?
now you have another history check with advantage. Okay, good. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Just
Yeah.
when things get in there and mixed, Genasi are a bit famous for being thrown off and weird and different.
I know. But no. You believe me, when I got old, kind of understand I was a tiefling, I demanded a blood test. They weren't happy, but did anyway. Proved I was theirs. Apparently that caused a lot of drama between my mum and my dad when I was first born. My dad thought my mum was cheating, and that was a big deal. But anyway,
It's
nice.
not the most uncommon set of scenarios.
No, it made sense, but no. There's only really been a few that I guess look like me throughout history that I've been able to find, but I haven't found source, if you know
Is there
what I
a
mean.
name for it?
Well, the closest, it's not official, more so just the racial buildings, they kind of, they document me on, they're classified, but, I think
And
Astrorum.
that right there, Sabrio. It finally clicks what you were trying to think of earlier.
Hmm.
You know a couple rare races get registered. You've heard of a fifth type of Genasi before. Very, very rare. There's a lot of names for it in every language. The closest translation is a galactic Genasi, or a Genasi of the stars.
He just like snaps his fingers like Space Genasi.
Yeah,
Stars.
galactic,
And
or,
and he says a version of it in Ignan.
yeah, and she repeats it in Primordial. Yeah. Yeah. And she says it again in Celestial. Yeah.
Oh,
Sabriel said it back.
repeat the celestial one back and then say it in Elvish.
Yep. And he'll say, yes, the fifth kind.
Yeah.
Not exactly public
But-
and held under lock and key knowledge.
I've been doing a lot of research on it, though. That's what one of my last expeditions was, actually. I've been trying to trace it back to the source. Everything happens first, but still can't find it. Alright,
You might be happy to hear what I'm about to say.
enough about me. Go. Your turn.
So, I remember someone brought up my name being thought of back in the day, earlier today. Sorry. It is and isn't a popular name.
Alright.
It's a mix of my mother's and father's name. My mother's last name is Vajon, as in the design and cosmetics line.
Immediately, both Saren and you recognize the name. She's an influencer online.
Oh.
She kind of like a Dr. Mike type.
Sarah doesn't
Oh.
follow those, so she doesn't recognize it.
Mercury does.
Even if you don't, she's kind of got one of those ones that have built their way into everything. She's
Okay.
been She's been in voice acting. She's been online a lot.
Oh.
Kind of like you would know the name Jenna Marbles. Like she's big. If you don't recognize who she is, that's fine. But you recognize the name at least.
Okay.
No,
Is
it's
that
like
tape?
you know,
Sorry.
What's the noise?
Sounded like masking tape.
Yep, that's what it is.
Yep.
Keep going.
Anyways, that's my mother.
Alright.
My father, and probably know if you're aware of her. Let's actually try to remember. Hold on, I need to check notes. I forget the exact last name. I know.
Hold on, I think I have it before you do.
You?
Oh.
Lund is the last name. Dagvor Lund.
I need to see it. I'm scrolling up in our chat. 1 second.
Dagvardlund.
Can you just send that to me?
I'm currently fixing my desk. Hold on.
Did it fall? What?
The screws have all fallen out.
Oh no!
Oh no.
That's not good. That's
I'm just
not
putting it back
good.
in. They're loose. I'll send it to you in a second. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Why won't the
Okay.
stay up?
It's just in like that's not necessary, and it's not. I didn't buy this myself. It was given to me, but I just found like a new screw. It's longer. There we go. That might actually stay in there.
Okay, out
There
of
you go, okay.
curiosity, why did these last names pick up?
You would know, Lund actually. He's a researcher. Scientist.
Oh!
He works
okay.
with the racial sciences.
Oh, she actually might have met him then. Shit.
And
You wouldn't have met him, but you have heard of him.
Oh, I know your dad.
No, it's like yes, and I don't. You might remember me personally. They did a joint project together about genetics and children of races who normally wouldn't be able to have them.
Oh.
I was
So,
a bit of a poster child when I was younger. There were commercial ads about me, actually.
Huh.
huh.
I think I might have seen them growing up, actually.
I didn't.
So,
Did I?
were you the mix?
Might have once or
Yes.
twice.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Nods and just. So the thing is I am technically a half elf and technically an Asmar and other things. I was a little bit of a put together, not common, like you. A
It's kind of
celestial elf.
Half pork.
Huh. Wow,
really
we
cool.
really hit the star theme point there, didn't we, boys?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, putting these characters together was so much fun.
Bro, oh my god, we all stars so much.
Yep, and Rebecca was like, so if you wanted a bit more research into that, I could probably get you connections.
I'd
But the other half,
appreciate it.
to get back to the voices thing,
Yeah.
I have not told anyone about this. And honestly, the only reason I told you about my parents was because I have known you long enough that you don't seem to judge me based on name and stuff like that. So,
Known you long enough. We met this morning.
you have judgment on me. You didn't recognize me right away, and you've been friendly and hospitable enough.
Out
There's-
of,
yeah.
in
Call it
terms
as
of
you
being-
may, I like you. Alright? I like each and every one of you.
In terms of being honest, kind of hard for me to judge people. So yeah, it's a little
Yeah.
hard.
Shrugs.
Not one to judge.
So, are you aware of the, I guess, goings on of how Asmar and elves come to be?
When an Asimar loves an elf,
And shakes his head.
very much.
I mean on the more cosmic level. Looks back to Ray.
No, not at all.
Ray like had already quieted down and just sort of retreated back into her hoodie, but she like gives a quiet nod.
The souls are recycled, let's say.
Alright, that's not.
They're brought back from other things. Previous lives.
It's kind of weird. Very weird.
What are you taping?
Sorry, that's all my lights. They've all fallen. And they hit me on the head.
Now, normally this would go fine, because one is... And he, like, shakes his head. One type of that race would get the one soul.
Alright,
But I'm not standard.
so you've got two, is what you're saying.
He shakes his head back and forth. I have two with me.
With
What?
you.
Like,
There's a s-
Like
Saiti?
on person?
Thing?
He, The only reason I trust each of you enough with this is because I already know you talk to things in your head. I just have a few more.
So, how many in total? You got the Fane.
Vane? My, let's say guardian angel. And my elven face spear.
Wow. A lot of voices in your head then.
That must get annoying after
Gets
crowded.
He shakes his head. I love them very much.
Fair enough.
Can they hear you like all the time?
They say they give me privacy sometimes, but I think so.
Are they nice? Well, the Fane are nice, but are the other two?
I don't know if I'd be having the Fane if they weren't.
I don't think Fane can be in people who aren't good.
Well, it's not really. He himself is good, but the two other things in his head may just be a little bit neutral.
As much here in your mind as this mentioned, we Fane cannot exist in a truly evil creature. We don't survive.
Ray like Fane's back, like Fane's in her head, like that's why I said neutrality and not evil. I know. Niceness.
This is everyone getting told this.
Yep. And and there's just they get along as much as you would think with the let's say stereotypes around the two types of beings. But that was only initially, and they got along better as I grew up and lived with them.
Alright. So
So
And we're-
that's why I say usually you hear one, I hear three.
fair enough. So got we are Genasi, survivalist ranger,
I don't
stab
think so.
wound McMahon over in the corner, celestial elf, and what about you? And she just kind of looks towards Ray.
What about me?
About you? What are you?
Analytical.
That's not very helpful.
I am.
I mean,
Look
yeah.
You may if she wishes not to answer.
I was raised as a type of elf, and that's all I'm willing to say to everyone in this current moment.
Fair enough.
That's fair.
There's a faint sent wink.
Ray Fane
Oh,
sends a glare.
no. The Fane can do emojis.
All Fane can, but Sabariel's can. Sabariel, damn it. I keep
There you go.
thinking of fucking Stormlight character.
Ray sends
Oh.
angry face.
Christ.
Goodness.
Okay, one other thing. You. Other plane?
Yeah.
Master Radby.
Alright. Buckle in.
At this
kids,
point,
it's
like,
kind
Elena,
of-
like, slides back in the bar, listening now.
So, I was driving in the backwoods for no particular reason.
Totally. That's what people do
Suspicious.
normally.
What going on?
Yeah. And, as I was driving through, I suddenly ended up in the Feywild.
Oh, really?
I may have driven over a portal to the Feywild, and the Archfey of Riotous Act took a liking to me.
There's a smile on Zavriel's face. Like, that's why you're so magnetic.
Yeah.
Did a portal just appear? Portals aren't usually on roads. There's no like big sign that says portal to Feywild.
In the backwoods.
Was it a mushroom ring?
I'm not sure. I was in my car.
Things aren't always stable.
I got
No.
caught in one of those when I was a kid.
You guys have backwoods?
Huh?
I had a backyard.
No, not in the backyard. It was backwoods. And so I ended up being this Archfey had developed a team, and we all got these sort of brain bugs to communicate. And then he sent me off in my merry way, and from what I knew, 3 years had passed.
Congratulations to you and your brain bugs. It's fair.
How,
Trip.
how long did it feel? in the Feywild?
Couple months. That first job took 2 months. Second, third, fourth. Yeah, about half a year.
Christ.
Stretched out into 3.
How old are you?
Technically.
Pardon?
Can I get out there a second?
Huh?
You cut out a sec. Say it
The
again.
number cut out.
28, technically.
That's a perfectly adult age, yes.
Can you make it any more obvious?
Shut up.
Elena just pats you on the shoulder.
That's why you've been giving me apple juice, and I still really appreciate it. Even though I already ordered the apple juice.
You ordered apple juice.
Yeah, I know.
You're a good kid. I trust you not to order anything you shouldn't.
Thanks.
So you've... How long ago was this trip?
About 2 years back.
So you were 26 at the time.
Yeah.
Anything else before then? That's still quite a big gap.
And Elena kind of like steps in, like, if you guys don't mind. She gestures towards the door, and people are starting to filter in. Says, "You're welcome to keep drinking, but I'm gonna have to ask you guys to either get a table, make an order, or gives a significant look to Roddy, scram."
I'll scram.
I'll get a table.
Alright,
Oh,
just make sure you order something.
I'll meet up with you guys back here tomorrow. When are we? Oh, never mind. Mercury, you can get a hold of me.
Do you want a ride? I can give you a lift.
I can walk if
I
you want
have-
to stay.
No, I gotta get back. Away. It's getting late, and I think Saturn will kill me if I stay out again.
I think I need to go home. Last time I was away, I got... Well, I don't want him to be called again.
If I might be so forward, and I know how it sounds, does anyone have a place I can stay for the night?
I can get your spare room.
You can
Okay.
crash on the couch if you'd like.
Would it cause either of you any more trouble?
No.
Not really. I've known people do it before. Couch or bed, your choice.
Depends on how many people you like in a house. Got. She's kind of like ticking off her finger. 3, sometimes 4, mates. Pluto comes in. We don't know where he is half the time. He does his own thing.
And you? And looked over at Ray.
Usually not bothered. It's just a back room that we fashioned into a guest room. You get to meet my... Yeah, you get to meet the people I live with.
Raise an eyebrow.
You can ask
Uh,
Doug, and he
I
usually
can
has an
explain-
empty bed.
I can explain later. If, you know. But breakfast is good.
How's breakfast at your place? Turns back at Mercury.
Depends. If you want breakfast, I can make pancakes. If you don't want breakfast, there's a lot of cereal. When I say a lot of cereal, I mean we all like different cereal. I like sweet stuff, but fucking Saturn eats Raisin Bran, and that shit's a sin. I don't care what you say.
How about this? I'll go with Ray, but you owe me a evening. No, sorry, force of habit. I would like to meet the people you live with at some point.
I mean, yeah, actually. Don't mind.
All right.
Okay, Roddy, can you give us a ride, or do you want me to call someone?
I can get you a ride.
Thanks, I can give you the directions really easily. I can program them in, or just show them you on my phone.
That's fine.
Cool, shotgun!
Have a burger standing by when I get back. I'll comp you for it.
Elena just like throws your finger guns, and she's already serving customers at this point.
Saren, by the way,
What?
with the new level of communication, could you reconsider giving the number? I promise I won't bother you.
I don't expect this to last very long. To be honest.
Well, with your permission, I would like it to. But
There's Hers is
up to
kind
you.
of this weird little twist in her face.
I like people. I like having friends. They're one of the better parts of my life.
Yeah,
So,
maybe, but
not maybe, yes. And I'm just asking for a phone number right now, dear. Don't worry.
only while
Sorry,
that lasts.
I know you didn't want that, dear.
I can get your phone number if you need it.
I don't think it's needed.
Well, if you ever change your mind, we'll see you tomorrow. Hope you get home safe.
Come on, Saturn. I'm giving you a lift. Let's go.
Let's go, boys!
Claps. That was awkward.
Yep.
Let's go.
Yeah.
And Saren directs you to. When I first said it, I meant to say the Firebird Inn, but I said the Phoenix Inn because my brain blanked on Firebird, so I guess whichever now. It's a decent little motel, but not really high class living. Yeah, it looks affordable.
How long have you been living here?
Couple of months. You can rent by the month. It's cheaper than night to night.
Oh, of course. Do you live with anyone?
No.
Fair enough. I mean, I can't sleep without noise. Pretty bad if I didn't live with anybody.
Yeah. Better when it's quiet. It was weird when I first, I guess, came to the city, and there's all the traffic and the just noise everywhere. Different kind of noise, you know?
Yeah, I get that. I grew up, I didn't grow up in the city, actually. I was out, way out in the...
Yeah? How far
Made some-
out? 'Cause me too, honestly.
like, really far out. Closest neighbors were maybe a mile or so away on either sides. It was just me and woods and...
Kinda the same. Hey Conrad, what are the odds we lived in the same general region? Because
Pretty
I've got
low.
no specifics. Okay, good. Good to know.
Yeah,
Can we roll for it?
you'd be a bit more northern, like we mentioned, Sky.
Yeah, Mercury's from the
Um,
north.
Yeah, you might be a bit more eastern,
Okay.
Ariel. But it wouldn't be out of the question. She's like in the region of Lucerne. It's like that general region. You'd be closer to past Derencore, Ariel.
Okay.
Yeah, made a lot of weird friends in the woods. Some of them probably weren't real. Some of them might have been ghosts. You ever heard of dryads?
I don't think so. Have I ever met dryads?
Uh,
What's my weirdness level on that?
I
14.
mean, in general, you're pretty weird. You've never met a dryad, but you knew that people who lived in the same area if you had seen at least one.
Pretty much just that. Never met one, but there were rumors going around when I was like, I don't know, 12, 13, that somebody'd seen one nearby.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, if we ever happen to have a job by my old town, I'll have to have you to meet my friends. They're really sweet.
Sounds fun. We used to go out and look for them deliberately and, well, never got that lucky, I guess.
Oh, they just took pity on me.
Hmm.
I was alone. I got caught in a mushroom ring.
Oh no.
I was maybe 5,
Oh
6.
no.
And they took pity. So they broke me out. But then I didn't leave. And I think that scared them.
I guess they probably expected most kids to run home screaming, but
Eh.
Eh.
Being afraid is overrated.
guess.
Well,
So, till tomorrow morning, and yeah, let me know where the group decides to meet, because I'm assuming maybe back at that bar or something, or if there's not a more central location.
I'll keep you posted. Actually, I was gonna ask, there's a good diner really close to here.
Mhm.
Tomorrow morning, do you want to go for breakfast?
I mean, you
Up
can
to you.
see Saren, like, mentally counting something as her hand kind of brushes over the pocket with the wallet in it. I kind of get a free breakfast here as part of the stay, so I'll probably take part in that, honestly. But I can meet you there as, like, central meeting point.
I mean, don't even gotta be for food or just coffee. I have a friend up there, so
Okay.
I get cheap.
Yeah, that much I could probably do.
I promise you, I can't eat anywhere expensive. Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
me neither. So, guess I'll see you then, and hopefully we'll get this all over and done with and taken care of.
Yeah, I'll message you in the morning.
Okay.
She knocks her helmet, winces a bit as she realized she did it a bit too hard.
Well,
Alright, well,
later. And she'll head to the door and wave off.
and Saren waves excitedly, not looking at the road as the motorbike speeds away.
You did it again.
Yep.
Saren.
Shit! Oh, fuck!
Oh my
I gotta change that name, fuck.
god.
Gotta change it so bad.
I don't think it's gonna help at this point.
No, it's not. It makes me so sad.
It's okay. So,
Alright. Switch!
the promise. No, we'll leave it there for today, because with the promise of breakfast and the splitting of the group at the end of day 1, we will return back here, most likely next week, if not the week after. I hope you guys enjoyed the first session of the new campaign.
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Well,
Good night,
I would go
boys.
later. I unfortunately have to be really up early to go do some driving, so I
okay.
can't tonight.
That's
So,
okay.
I'll end the recording on this then. Good
Tea.
night.
Thanks.
Good night.